One. And we're in. And we were all very organised and ready for that this time.
Hi. Charlie definitely did not decide to tell us a lengthy story about her teapot and milk jug 10 seconds
10
before
seconds
Chris
before we were
us go
due
live.
to start, yeah.
Thanks for the teapot, Mum.
Hi, everybody. It is Sunday. It is Some of Us Heroes Day. This is the chaos you are used to and you love. That's why you come back.
You signed up for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we love, at any rate. My name is Chris. I use he, him pronouns. I have the absolute honour of being the DM and storyteller for this wonderful homebrew campaign set in a world of floating islands, skyships, deep magic, and dark and ancient mysteries. We are Queer Dungeoneers. We are here to entertain you. With me today are my 3 regular cast members, and I'm going to start with Wayne today.
Hi, everybody. My name is Wayne. I am an art director and a brand designer and coach. My pronouns are he, him, and I shall be playing the quiet and boring Dragonborn Rock in our game today.
Amazing Theo.
So that's the brand we're going
That's
with today.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With lies. You sit on a throne of lies, sir.
I woke up and chose deceit.
Theo, would you like to follow up the deceit?
Hello, I'm Theo. I use they, them pronouns. I am an illustrator and I will be playing the cool, calm, and collected Eugene.
It's not a complete lie. He's quite calm, generally.
On the outside, yeah.
On the outside.
Outside of battle.
Outside of battle. And
Inside, it's all fireball.
Yep. And finally, Charlie.
Hi, I am Charlie. I use she, her pronouns. And today I am playing the academic, deeply intelligent, and demure Aisling.
I would like a deception check of all 3 of you now, please.
Bullshit.
Wonderful. Before we dive into recapping what has been going on, we have a few small notes to go ahead with. First off, we wanted to shout out some friends, all of whom have got wonderful adventures to share with you as well. First thing we're going to do is we just wanted to give a big shout out to our friends who were all in Yippee-Ki-Yay the last couple of weeks, working so bloody hard on what is supposed to have been an absolutely brilliant production of the Die Hard musical that we didn't know we needed. But
I've seen so many of my friends put in their stories that, like, you have to see this musical.
Yeah.
Everyone has to go see it. I've seen a lot of people hyping it up.
So it's been very well received, and we just wanted to let you all know that we're very proud of you.
Yeah.
And we are looking. Grab your rest. You deserve it. You've been working so hard on this.
And I promise it's not intimidating at all having friends who are so talented who do fantastic, uber popular live streams and then go on stage and perform beautifully. And it's honestly
rude,
not
actually.
intimidating at all. So,
But we are very proud of you, and we think you deserve a long and definite
Merry
rest.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, yeah. Merry Christmas to you. Second, our friends at Misadventurers League have their first stream coming up next Saturday. Tales from the Third Spire, being DM'd by our very good friend Hedgehawk, who is in the chat at the moment, and starring a few familiar faces that you might know, including Joshy Longlegs, who played Suwillow and is DM of one of our friends' shows as well.
And was in Yippee-Ki-Yay.
And was in Yippee-Ki-Yay, yes. A friend AJ, who none of us have had on our shows yet, but is a really lovely guy, and others. So we're looking forward to seeing how that all goes. That's going to be really, really good. We're very excited for you. So keep an eye
Have
on our
fun.
socials because we will definitely be sharing information about that. Speaking of Josh, Dice and a Slice are on a small, well-earned hiatus as they just kind of deal with some real-life stuff and the fact that both their DM and their editor are in Yippee-Ki-Yay. But they should be back soon. But whilst they're away, it's a perfect time to try and catch up on their adventures. Dice and a Slice is a piratical-themed Dungeons & Dragons homebrew game set in the world, as I said, with pirates, strange mysteries, and most recently, Incubus. So it's all getting a bit saucy over there at the moment. Look forward.
Saucy. That's the word I think of when I think of an incubus. Saucy.
Goodness.
Check them out, Dice and a Slice, wherever your pods are cast. They are lovely people. And finally, because we love them so much and we love sharing this space with you, if you like a streamed D&D game like this, you could do no worse than pop past. You could do... I'm kidding, of course. You could do no better, I meant. Brain, wrong way. Our wonderful friends at Wicked Game, who are absolutely fantastic, just finished their beach episode, which was so good.
It was good.
And don't get any ideas, guys. It's all work for you, I'm afraid.
We didn't get to go to the beach.
What
We did get
beaches?
to go to the beach, except we didn't know what it was. There was a very confused gnome, and then we had to fight a god.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we go to a beach where time is linear at some point?
Maybe. But anyway, Wicked Game are wonderful. Their homebrew game is absolutely amazing. Lydia does such a fantastic job in building this rich and vivid world. And they should have Tom, who was in Yippee-Ki-Yay, back this week with Horiath. So that'll be interesting.
And it's also in Dice and a Slice.
It's also in Dice and Slice because he just likes to get around that boy.
Norwich is just a hive mind.
It has been said.
Cool. That's all from me. Wayne, did you want to talk to everybody about next week?
Indeed. So next week there will not be a Sunday stream of Some Other Heroes,
Sorry,
as
Mum.
sorry, Charlie's mum.
Sorry, Charlie's mum.
But we are going to be supporting and attending an event in our hometown of Norwich. So for those of you who are local or who feel like popping to Norwich for a day, next Sunday would be a very good day to do it, because our friends at Out Norwich are having their inaugural event, which is a very chilled and relaxed gathering for queer folk, and it's going to be just very chill. We're going to have a drink and draw run by, or at least assisted by ourselves. There's going to be a place for people to just sit and have coffee quietly. And there is also going to be a spoken word and poetry corner, which I believe is sold out, but the rest of the event is actually free, so you don't need a ticket. You can just pitch up and we will be there. And it's going to be at the Yard coffee shop in Norwich. So have a look. We will be sharing on our socials this week. Otherwise, you can have a look at their Instagram, which is out_Norwich. So if you feel like supporting an environment for us to chill out with like-minded folks, somewhere that isn't sort of specifically geared for drinking and noise, it's a very inclusive and welcoming space. So please pop along and you can chill out for 5 minutes or 5 hours. And I know that they would appreciate your attendance, and we would love to see you if you are around or local.
Yeah, very much looking forward to that. When they talked to us about this initiative, we got very excited. It's really nice to have.
Well, it ticked all the boxes.
Yeah.
It was like, come, be creative, be quiet, or talk to people, and just hang out in this very beautiful space.
Yeah,
That's
just
like my dream event.
And they've specifically geared it so that people who are anxious or people who are neurodivergent and concerned about noise and things like that have a place to go where it's just a different kind of hanging out, so that you can get to meet people, other people in the queer community and other people in Norwich who are friendly and accepting and welcoming. So I just think
And
it's
in a completely
great way.
accessible building, which
It's
is
Indeed.
completely accessible. Yep,
that
as well.
is indeed true.
So
Ticking all the boxes. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
very,
Yeah,
very
and
much
as I say, on their Instagram, they've even done a kind of walkthrough of how to get to the Yard from the main street and everything, so that it's easy. And if you're anxious about coming on your own, please don't be, because
Gender
I'll be
neutral
there.
toilets.
I'll
as
be
well.
there with people I know and also be anxious. So yeah, gender neutral toilets. Everybody is very welcoming, and it is designed as a space for us to just be able to chill out. And oh, look at Boba in the background.
She's nesting.
Anyway, sorry, distracted by puppies as I often am. Anyway, that's about it, really. But we'll be back the week after that on Sunday. So
Yes.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll be back first weekend of February as normal, and yeah, but not here next week, so which is good. It also gives me an extra week to write weirdness for this lot. So
Oh god,
indeed. Speaking of which, shall we dive into this week's episode? Yes.
Oh, I suppose.
And we're back. Do not worry about Charlie. She has just popped away to blow her nose. She has a terrible cold at the moment, bless her.
I'm all bunged up and horrible, so apologies if I disappear occasionally.
Yeah.
We'll see that.
Right. So, previously on Some Other Heroes, our three adventurers have made it to the first Sky Temple, one of the mystical ancient sites that keep the Sky Shield, the mystical barrier that allows the scattered lands to float above the dangerous world below, in place. They walked in expecting something and finding something entirely different. A deep and ancient forest full of multiple types of landscapes and lots of strange creatures. Some ancient ruins which appeared to be the only sign of civilization that they could locate. They started to head towards said location, only to find that they were being followed by a red panda, affectionately known simply as Red. Red told them that they were a familiar, a being created by the All-Caster, the guardian of the Sky Temple, and offered to help them in return, to find the All-Caster, in return for them facing down an ancient evil that had been there since the Sky Temple had been created. Journey was had in which they met the ancient crocodile, Green, who gave them a little bit more information about the Sky Temple, calling it the Sky Temple of Life. They left Green behind after they were carried across a swamp and headed down into a glade where this temple was, fighting a terrifying vine creature and its zombie-like servants. They managed to break the temple loose of its hold and gained access to the proper Sky Temple. Stepping across the barrier with Red, they have found themselves in a strange, large inner space, far, far larger than the building that they entered, the strange ziggurat. A long, floating causeway with humongous pillars all along it goes out to a massive open space with a single portal over which a gargantuan, titanic creature made of stone and wood with a simple wooden mask sits. staring over and guarding. And that is where we'll start. The three of you stand on this strange causeway, these large pillars all glowing with that single pulse that you saw coming, rippling out from that portal, down, out, through the doorway behind you into the forest at large. Red is a few steps ahead of you and is padding along in that wonderful way that they do, that awkward on their back legs way. And the three of you are simply standing there, possibly in awe.
Yeah, a wee bit.
I think I'm just going to quickly, sort of very quietly whisper, Red!
Oh,
Red!
Yes. And it kind of comes round and and waddles back to you.
We
Hi.
need to get up a post for Red.
Hello. Yes. I'm. How can I help?
You may have forgotten to mention the Titan.
Kind of turns and looks. What, Allcaster?
That's Allcaster.
That's the
all-
Allcaster.
okay.
Yes. You wanted to talk to the Allcaster. Yes.
They're a lot, but a bit bigger.
Bigger
Than
than us? Yes. They're a lot bigger than us. Yes.
Well, no,
Yes.
I would go so far as to say bigger than anything.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're the biggest Titan, but I haven't met a lot of Titans. I've only met Allcaster, but
Oh, just the one?
well, Allcaster created me.
Yes. And you're sure they're friendly, yes?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
very
all
friendly.
due respect, they're not gonna eat us, right?
He kind of thinks about this for a second.
No, I don't like that there was a pause. I'm not enjoying the pause.
I don't think the Allcaster eats in the same way that you do, or I
They're gonna
do.
Assimilate us.
I'm pretty sure we were told last time when we chatted to Cock, Green, that was it. We're pretty sure we were told we don't need to be eaten. Yes? So we're still going with that?
Yes,
Well, if
we
Green
were
didn't eat you,
emphatically told
yes. I mean, Green only eats things that cause damage or need to be eaten.
Okay. Now, do we have what do we call them? Do we have to bow? What do we do? I don't know. I've never met a Titan. What is the
bow,
protocol?
quick bow.
Stop it! Stop it!
Do you want to roll
Wait, do I?
do a history check for how you
Yes,
approach
please.
a Titan?
Yes. Actually, that's a
don't
good
think
question. Like,
Ashling would
would I know
follow
anything
Titan
about
for that.
Titans from my reading and stories?
Interesting. Yeah, I'd like that one. So we'll call this a combined roll in that case. If anybody else wants
Oh,
to
okay.
rack their brains, they can also roll a history check.
I mean, my history is not worth much yet. Oh, okay, no, 18.
Nice. It's a good roll.
Okay,
It was plus
14.
nothing, so
14.
14?
22.
22.
Oh.
So, one thing that kind of sticks to... So we're going to do this from Rock's perspective. Titans are mythical creatures that nobody has seen in the Scattered Lands. They simply don't exist in the Scattered Lands. They are myths from pre-Ascension. And the mythology in certain quarters, mostly giantkin, such as Goliath, Firbolg, and ogres, state that they were the original inhabitants of the planet, and they created most of the life here. At the behest of what they refer to as the All Parent, a creator deity that created the Titans. I think you've heard those stories, and you've probably heard them from some of the ogres and Goliaths that have been with the carnival over the years. On top of that, Ashling, you remember that the Titans are... This is a story that you've probably picked up, which you kind of like sitting around either in the orphanage or in some of the Fey enclaves that you visited in New Doam. So the elves don't worship the Titans, but they respect the Titans. They talk about them in terms of they're guardians of nature. They keep the balance of the world, or they used to before they all were wiped out in previous ages. And on top of that, Eugene, you've read books that theorize that the Titans didn't die out or were wiped out. They simply fulfilled their tasks and went to sleep. There's all sorts of stories about that huge mountain that you can't get to anymore because it's on the surface actually is a Titan asleep.
That's goals. Fulfill your task and go to sleep.
That forest ridge is actually a Titan laying down beneath what you now know what an ocean is. Now, having seen one, apparently there are Titans who rest if should they be needed again. But you've never heard of one being active. Certainly not in the time of the Scattered Lands. So you're kind of all racking your brains at this point.
Yeah, I think that does help Aisling not be as terrified as she would be normally if a being that big was in front of her.
Yeah.
Can I observe whether there's any movement from the Titan at all?
You can, yes. You can make a perception or an investigation check.
No, I'm very distracted.
Nope. Hard to say. There's a lot of movement on the Titan. Like
There's a panda.
I
Rock's
mean,
just like squishing Red's face, like, ooh,
who's the best familiar?
Don't listen,
Okay,
Pocket,
cover your
cover your ears.
Well,
One brain.
Yeah, out of my
So-
head, Charles.
So, yes, none of that unfortunately gives you any clear idea of etiquette when dealing with a Titan. You kind of working on common sense, probably be polite, approach with caution, and listen to what they have to say, like any ancient creature. Kind of probably take it from the perspective of the ancient dragons that you've already met and how you treated and talked to them. Go with that level of deference.
Okay.
Good. So in other words, let Red go first.
Uh-huh.
Red doesn't seem to have changed their personality or the way they behave at all, by the way.
Red don't give a fuck.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe you could introduce us.
Oh yes, it's probably going to take us the best part of half a day to walk the causeway.
Hey?
It's a very long causeway.
Oh.
And he's right, it is very, very long. It looks...
Is it like the one before where it was floating and then it was just like nothingness underneath?
You haven't peered over the edge yet, but there are gaps between the like arrow slits almost, just a little bit bigger that you could probably poke your head through and or face through and have a look.
I ain't poking my head through it. But I'll have a cautionary look.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's just like everything just disappears into this black void.
Fun. Love a black
Beneath.
void.
And you kind of get closer to the edge. You do notice one of these pillars has several like crystalline containers in them with creatures embedded.
What, like carved?
No, actual creatures embedded in the crystal, like sealed like amber.
Oh.
Okay. Right. Good. Okay. So, just maybe not. Just yeah. Okay. We just follow Red. Let's just follow Red.
Just go. I'm gonna gingerly put a hoof on one of them first to see if it moves.
On the this is in the pillar alongside.
No, just whatever we're about to start
Oh, right,
walking
yeah.
on. I'm gonna test it first. 'cause
Yep,
I
absolutely.
don't like that it's just nothingness underneath it.
Yeah, it feels very solid.
Okay.
Stones look like huge slabs, so whatever's holding them up must be quite powerful.
Yeah, I still wanted to check.
For now.
Yeah, and to see if it was like one of those computer game ones where it starts to crack after you stand on it and you've got to really quickly get on the next one, you know.
Oh my god, if that happens, I'm not running half a day. I'm just gonna die.
New characters,
Go
please.
Yeah, that's it. Embrace death. Done.
Rocks fall, you'll die.
No rock falls. Right, come on. It's not that far, is it? Is it that far?
Doesn't look that far.
I mean, it looks really far, but not like it's hard to measure because there's no sort of nothing to measure it against. It's kind of this
Well, it's
long.
part of an enormous Titan.
So, do you start your journey?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
can't stay here, and this is what we came here for.
So Red starts trundling ahead of you, quite happily, and like just quite happy. Seems to be very joyous that they are actually being able to get to see the Allcaster again.
Red.
Yes, yes.
Do you want a lift? I mean, we've got longer legs.
Oh, I couldn't. I mean, you're heroes. You saved it. I couldn't possibly imposition you that way.
I wouldn't have offered if I didn't mean it. Do you?
Oh, okay, I'll accept.
Right, come on then. I'm going to lift Red up and put him on my shoulder, just on the one
Shit,
shoulder.
I know what I'm drawing tonight.
He just he's got really solid grip. Like he's actually very. You get the impression he must be very good at climbing.
Should I do the Final Fantasy thing?
Yeah, he's
and have
basically
it hanging on my head, so he's at the force hanging over my
Yeah.
head.
Yes, it's the answer to that.
So Rock has a red hat right now.
Red panda hat. Right, come on then. Let's make some time, I suppose.
And you start walking, and as you kind of go along, it's like it's probably about 10 minutes or so, you come to one of these massive pillars, and you find that they are full of these large pieces of amber. Some of them are bigger than others, and they're all built to accommodate the size of a creature. And these are either, I mean, actually have a nature check off of you. Or,
All of us.
yep.
Okay.
So I feel like this is hard for you all to
10.
ignore. 10?
18.
18?
19.
19. Eugene and Aisling, you kind of... These are... Like, some of them you don't recognise at all. These are creatures you've never seen before, much in the same way that you had never seen Red before. Some of them look a lot like some of the skyfish or floating or flying creatures that you have around, but different again. Like slightly smaller, or fish without wings, or sharks that don't fly, things like that.
The fuck? Sharks that
Outrageous.
don't fly?
Weird.
But they're all kind of like older versions, and you kind of get this. I think after a little while, you kind of, is this what the creatures from below were?
Can I ask Red about that?
Oh yes, the amber.
Yeah, what's these about? That one's not got wings or anything, and this one's like really little. Are they dead? Are they dead?
I think they're ideas.
What?
I think it's, well,
Like a first
Is this
draft.
like? Yeah, is this like some high concept thing?
well, I don't understand everything the Allcaster does, but I know that out there we're supposed to protect the things that are, because there may come a time when they are needed again. And here is, I think, and this is me trying to remember what Green has told me, this is where Allcaster makes the things that are needed now.
So Allcaster made sharks.
I think he made sharks fly.
I'm gonna write that shit down. Allcaster made sharks fly.
Strike one.
I think sharks already existed, but I mean, Allcaster will be able to tell you exactly what they did. But yes, I understand. From my understanding, is that they needed to make things better for you all when the bad things happened.
For us,
Because you come from
like helping.
Yes, you come from what happened afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So I think this was all for you.
Why?
Well, so you could live.
Why does Allcaster care about that?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I just do what Allcaster tells me, which is protect the things. It's very pretty, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad they're not like dead things.
Oh no,
That would have been a bit morbid and a bit.
if
Yeah.
you that one there with all the mini legs.
Yeah.
Tap the
yeah.
glass on that one. It's all right. It can't get to you. You do in this pseudopod with lots of these strange tentacles that kind of come out, just kind of latches out and kind of like an eye twists and looks at you, sort of thing, and then it goes back to sleep. I believe they're called octopus.
Wait, that one moved?
They're alive.
Everyone, they're alive.
Yes, they're just asleep.
In there.
Yes.
Right. I'm
They
not sure if
okay?
that's worse or better than them being dead in there. I'm just a little.
How do they
overwhelmed.
breathe?
I don't know. I assume that the Allcaster keeps them alive because they're needed or might be needed.
Ooh. Okay.
Right. Okay.
See, does Allcaster take them out for walks? Or do they just stay in there?
Don't
Is there a hook
know.
next to each one with a little heart?
With a little lead.
Yeah.
As much as you wish that, unfortunately, there is not.
It's alright, I'll put it in my fanfic.
Ashling's fanfic is going to be a bestseller, I can tell it.
Oh, it's a disgrace. Plot holes for days.
So yeah, you carry along, and it probably goes on for a good few hours.
I think at some point I would just, while mulling this over, during the walk, I'm just going to say to Eugene and Ashling, okay, so tell me if this is what you've all got from this as well. Because what it feels like to me is that, I mean, this really sounds like I'm making things up now, but it sounds to me like the Sky Temples are protected, run, controlled, I don't know, by a Titan who
Each one
appears,
has their own Titan.
who appears to be doing things to maintain them, but also help us and the world we're used to continue.
Well, it makes sense
And-
because I can't imagine just like lobbing a load of earth up into the sky would be a particularly sustainable ecosystem. You know?
Well, no, I mean there was huge amounts of magic involved, so I it's always been assumed that things evolved through the magic to live up there. But if there is something like this consciously keeping things, sort of creating things for us up there,
Yeah.
and there are 5 of these. Why has no one told us this? I mean, this doesn't seem like the kind of story that gets accidentally forgotten. That there are 5 Titans keeping the Sky Shield up.
Yeah, it seems like quite a significant bit of information, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, them not knowing where the Sky Shields were, maybe one thing. Long time, etc. The fact that our entire civilization is based on 5 Titans maintaining these, it seems like a very, very unlikely thing that people
What do you
would
reckon
forget.
their other jobs are?
Well, the thing is, Green said this was, the other name for this was the Temple of Life, which now makes sense with the things in the
They're making
amber.
all the
So it's
life.
creating the other life around us that we know as sort of normal animals and things.
What if there's Temple of Death? I don't want to find that one. Can we skip that one?
Well, death comes to all of us at some point. Some of us longer than others, but but yes, I mean, I don't think we need a temple for that. But who knows? I mean, I didn't think we needed a temple for life, or indeed that there were 5 Titans.
Okay,
You
Rock's
know, I
having a
really-
little bit of a Rock's having a wee bit of a rock moment. Let's
I'm
just
just gonna-
all right. Let's do the happy breathing exercises that we talked about.
I'm fine. I'm
Six.
fine.
6 in, 12 out. You got it. Happy
No,
days.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
5 things you
okay,
can
carry on.
see, 4 things you can hear.
Ashley, the only thing I can hear is you. Just keep moving.
You can hear me say like 4 words though, so it still counts, so it's alright.
God, all I can hear you say is words. Just okay. Let's just move. You know what? I'm gonna just think to myself for a while.
That never ends well. Rock.
If I'm in doubt or worried about something, I just focus on the task ahead of me and then break what the bigger thing is down into smaller things.
Well, I have
And
to
that
do
way,
this.
yeah, and then it's not so big.
Okay, stop Rock having a panic attack.
I do
Actually,
appreciate.
Red, you're on his head. Can you give him some pressure therapy, like squeeze him a wee bit?
Oh,
Get
wait,
Indian
no,
head massage.
I just squeeze his head in different
Just
places.
like, do some biscuits on his head.
I don't want to make any assumptions, but Green likes it when I do this.
Yeah,
Like
that's
a little
quite.
head massage but made of a panda.
That's quite pleasant. Although
Excellent.
thinking about the bigger task we have is not helping. Okay,
worry
let's
about
just walk. It's fine. Eugene, does that make sense? Do you have any other theories or addendums to that may make more sense?
Well, I suppose I came to pretty much the same conclusion. It
Rock's like the smart one agrees with me.
it did occur to me that perhaps what they're doing here is preparing for when we maybe they're preparing for when we come back to the surface.
I think
Is
Rock
that
probably
the
stops dead in his tracks with that because that never crossed my mind that we would
Well,
come back
No,
down.
I didn't think of that either.
I guess it never really occurred to me either prior to coming here, but I mean, it's good to have a backup plan.
Also, from everything we've been told for many, well, I suppose centuries now, we couldn't come back down. This was the domain
Yeah,
of...
but nobody really knows what it's like on the surface, right? Or if anything even still exists down
Well, if we're on the
Down here.
surface, which I think we are, as far as I know, we're the first people to have been on the surface for several centuries.
Yeah, but we're in
there.
a magic
As far as we
bubble.
know.
It's
As
very
far as-
finite space in the magic bubble.
That is true. It is still a protected bubble of area that we know exists. So perhaps outside of the city is still wild magic and unlivable. Just another quick thought. We know that one of the temples was no longer working well, at the very least.
Mm.
Does that mean there's a problem with one of the Titans?
Oh.
I hope not. I don't really know how to fix a Titan.
No, I don't know. Like Titan first aid, like what do you do?
I mean, good luck with the CPR.
Yeah, gonna need like more people for that.
Anyway, well, that's good. I'm glad we've got 900 more questions from this conversation.
That's pretty
Well, I
standard,
suppose-
isn't it?
The positive is we are sort of headed in the direction of potentially someone that could answer some of these questions.
Speaking of which, while I realize that this is just how, well, physics and distance work, I am very conscious of the fact that that Titan appears to be getting larger as we get closer. It
This
really
cow is very far away. This cow is very small.
No, it's very small.
And Rock is right. As you get closer, you can see more details than you thought you could before. There are whole ecosystems on the back of this creature.
So cool.
Fulton would love it here.
Yeah.
Well, we did try and bring him with us, but he was
didn't sound
incredibly
keen.
reluctant for some reason.
He
I
wasn't
know.
keen.
He didn't seem terribly keen. I mean, I can't think why.
No, we're great.
I mean, he seemed to like Eugene anyway.
Yeah,
true.
he did say as I went through the portal, he did tell me that I was his favorite, but somehow it didn't really feel
what?
like a compliment.
He told you you were his favorite.
Yeah, but like I say, it didn't.
Why? What
It didn't
did you?
feel
What
like
did you do?
like necessarily a good thing.
Well, how could it not be a good thing? What did you do? Did you tip him?
Were we supposed to tip him?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what Eugene did that made him the favorite, but
He said something about me causing him the least amount of trouble.
Doesn't sound right.
So, like I say,
That
I'm
doesn't
not
sound
sure
right.
it was an entirely positive.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
I mean,
Everyone knows you're the rambunctious one, Eugene. Can you just calm down?
So what trouble did we? I didn't cause any trouble, did I? I saved us from that giant centipede. That wasn't trouble. What did?
No, I was very well behaved. I didn't try and cook anything once.
Just, I mean, really, the least amount of trouble. I think at this point, Rock's just going to sort of walk ahead, grumbling to himself. And you'll just hear him going, trouble, I'll show you trouble if he's here again. I'll give the least amount of trouble. What's your favourite?
I think the next couple of hours are spent with this sort of slight sulk from ahead of you. This kind of
Slight.
ever so slight cloud
Practically
of...
got a rain cloud, like a cartoon rain cloud above his head.
No,
which,
that's a red panda.
which of course is less effective when you've got a red panda in a shirt and a satchel hanging off of your back,
Swinging off the back.
wagging his tail happily, and kind of pointing things out and explaining what little things he knows about names of certain creatures. It goes on for this way for about an hour, and you realise that in terms of your day, it's probably getting on for about 16, 17 hours. Like, it's been a long day for you, both from trekking, from the point where you trekked away from the Druid Enclave, through the forest, and then again through the other strange forest inside the Temple of Life.
It is nap time.
Yeah, you are getting on for, you must reckon it must be about evening, like mid-evening at this point.
And does it look like we are anywhere near the Titan?
You are certainly closer. It does look like you've got a bit of a stretch before you.
Oh.
Right, okay, I think we need to stop for a rest and perhaps some food, because Ashling's going to get hangry, and honestly, my feet are killing me.
I'll make a fire if you wish, and then we can make some food. Red climbs
good.
down very, very skillfully off of the rock's back, and immediately kind of finds a little tiny cove in the wedge against one of these pillars. Underneath, it's a fish. It's not a fish you've seen before, and it's not a pretty fish. It's got these jagged teeth that kind of go everywhere, and these sharp eyes that kind of just seem to glow ever so slightly, and this long pole, that tendril that comes out with this other eye that kind of softly glows.
Could we not sit near one of the fluffy ones? Could we not? That one's like, oh, that's like a little bunny. Can we not sit next to?
Well, this one seems interesting. I'm just going to tap it as I'm looking at it. It seems interesting.
You tapping on the anglerfish?
Well, yes, just
Going to
absent-minded.
be kind of clink against
Initiative,
the glass.
initiative, everyone.
No, not as nice as I thought. That one's quite horrific, in fact. Okay. You know
Well,
what,
we could go
I'll just
around
sit
the other
beside-
side of the pillar, if you like.
Okay.
Aisling, go look what's around that side. Let me know.
I'm gonna peer around and see what's around that side.
There is a large bear-like creature that has the head of an owl, and it's all curled up in a ball.
Yep, that one. I vote the owl. bear.
Okay, good. I'm coming around that side. Now, if you let me know if you need my help, but I need to sit down for a bit.
Yeah. So Red pulls out all these sticks from this satchel. No way that this satchel can contain all this.
All right, Mary Poppins. Okay.
And just kind of sets up this really nice, and then kind of really focuses on that spark, and it just makes a small flame appear.
See, I told you that's very powerful. You just don't realize that that's all.
But I mean, this is what it's most useful for. Yes. So, and he kind of just plonks down and just turns a couple of times and just kind of balls up, waiting for the rest of you to settle.
Oh God.
I think Rock will take out his hip flask of wine and just have a small sip, and then sort of, I think, absent-mindedly kind of put, like, almost offer it to Red, and then kind of go.
Red's too little.
I know, it's a bit like offering a child a swig of wine. No, probably not. Okay. Right. So, what do we have to eat? Anyone?
Got rations still. I
Okay.
mean, the druids set
Probably
you
a
up with quite a
few
lot.
stale bits of nasty stuff in the bag that'll tip out.
I'll take the rations out and.
Oh, you're lost. I'm having the stale stuff.
It looks lovely. Also, I'm not sure that is. I know there is blue cheese, but I'm not sure that one's supposed to be.
Didn't start as blue cheese, but now it is. Everything has a light dusting of popping candy on it as well.
It's one of the
Jean,
cheeses. One of the
would you
cheeses from Vadarak that was a solid kind of just oozes ever so slightly.
Charlie's grossed out by that, but Aisling loves it.
Rock is just
This
making
is
a note
acting.
never to reach into Ashling's bag ever.
Eugene's gonna use minor conjuration to make like a little peg for his nose.
Aww.
Eugene, would you like some of the oozy blue cheese, or would you like some rations?
I'm gonna go with rations. Thank you.
The rations are quite pleasant. They're kind of mostly plant-based, as you imagined, kind of like an unleavened bread made with like some quite thick herbs. So it's got quite a nice taste to it, and it's also looks quite hardy, so it'll last a good few days. And in it is some. There's actually meat in there as well, but it's like dried salted salt beef and things like that. Just kind of
Pocket bacon.
yeah, basically like make your own sandwich at a later point.
Can I like empty the pocket bacon out of mine and fill it with the nasty cheese?
You can. I'm worried about
I can,
this cheese.
but should I?
What's your constitution?
Yeah.
We are not slowing down if you get stomach problems.
Okay. I'll be fine. There's loads of gaps in the floor around here anyway.
Aren't you worried about the cheese dreams?
Did you say
The what?
cheese dreams or cheese streams?
Dreams.
Oh, okay, because both are not pleasant right now.
What? What's a cheese dream? How do I get one?
Well, I mean, you don't sleep anymore, dear. So unless you want me to swap switch that out for a day, you're not getting any dreams.
Can you get me? I'll ask Alabaster. Can you get me a cheese dream?
I can
Do you control
I
cheese dreams?
can let you sleep tonight if you want to.
Nah, I think that's weird now.
Okay.
I want a cheese dream though.
Oh, Ashling can't have cheese dreams, Eugene.
Ashling, your very life is a
Yeah.
cheese dream.
The nose.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't know what she's missing out on. Oh well.
Damn it. God damn it.
Whence cometh this hostility from the Dragonborn today?
He's feeling grumpy. Don't worry about it. He had a little panic attack a minute ago, and now he's feeling a bit tired and grumpy. We'll let him have a nap. Give him some juice, and he'll be all right.
I think you can just hear Alabaster chuckling as he disappears into the back of your mind.
I always picture him whenever he's talking to me, putting down a newspaper and having a chat with me, and then putting it back up to himself.
I love that.
That's always how I picture it.
Amazing. Yep. Alabaster's the dad you didn't know you wanted.
Does it mean when he's being surreptitious, he just keeps the newspaper up and there are two eye holes coming?
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything you guys want to do before you settle in for the night?
I'll get the skier bedroll out. Obs.
Amazing.
I know it has a proper name, but I just keep calling it the skier bedroll. So.
I think it's Gadlock's bedroll of
Skiers.
restfulness.
Here's
isn't it?
bedroll.
Skier's bedroll.
Skier's
Skier's
bedroll.
Yep.
Awesome. You guys, if you finish a long rest, you get a D6 to use on any roll the next day.
Amazing. I'll need that for stealth, inevitably.
Can sneak up on the giant thing with huge
I'm not
eyes.
sure we can stealth this one, but
No, I mean, anytime there's a stealth roll involved, I think I've used my skier bedroll d6 for stealth many times.
I don't think there's anything that I want to do. I think, yeah, what I wanted to ask, sort of, or share with people I did, and
Oh.
actually, the one thing I would like to do is just as a sort of color kind of thing. I think rocks. You know, when you said he could almost feel the song of creation when he entered the
Yes.
temple, I think Rock was a bit kind of taken aback and overwhelmed by that. So I think what he would probably try and do is almost a kind of sort of form of meditation, would be to kind of sit quietly once we've had our food and everything, and just try and feel what it is and like why it's so powerful and that kind of thing. Just try and get in touch with it, really.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's really good. I'd like you to make a insight check, but I would like you to use charisma as your base score for it.
Sure.
Now, Rock just curls up close to one of the pillars.
Oh, sorry, natural 20.
Oh, nice.
I kid you not. Natural 20. It's over there. Natural 20.
I can't actually see that from there, but I'm going to
We'll
take your word for it. Particularly since you went through so much to try and show us as well.
Dedication.
So yeah, so that'd be a 24.
You guys watch as Rock curls up, not curls up, like sits calmly against the pillar for a bit.
Walk around in a few circles first.
No. He's back to this pillar, and he kind of settles himself down, and he calms, and he steadies his breathing. And you will watch as his pulse of energy, which is still going, like on this regular heartbeat, starts making a shape around him that ripples out. So almost like the energy is responding to him being there by creating an echo of his presence. Rock. You hear it. The thrum at the base of the universe. That discordant sound that is always there. And for the first time, you can almost make out the words of the song, but they're just beyond your kind of hearing, the way that they always are, but you feel so much closer, and that bass hum almost sounds like breathing, like the universe itself has a life of its own. When you wake up from your long rest tomorrow, the first time you use a 3rd level spell, you automatically can get it back.
Wow, amazing.
That's cool. Damn.
You make that strange connection with magic in a way that you never have.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. That's cool. I think, yeah, Rock probably, after a little while, probably starts to find it a little bit almost overwhelming. That connection is so strong. So we'll just kind of sort of stand up and sort of shake it off a little bit, and then just go and sit back near the others and just be very quiet.
Did any of us see the sort of shape that was forming around Rock?
Yep, Rock didn't see that. The whole time that
Oh.
Rock had his eyes closed, you were the only two that you and Red saw this energy pooling out from Rock as a response.
I think Ashling's amazed by it, but I don't think she'd tell Rock because he's already feeling a wee bit anxious today, and I didn't want to.
He's just calmed down and meditated. He's just
Uh-huh.
got himself zen.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one to myself.
No. I don't know what Eugene's doing about it. Probably making notes, I should imagine.
Yeah.
So, Red kind of assures you are safe, but you can take watches if you need to.
I mean, Ashling's awake all the time.
Ashley doesn't sleep. She can take watches.
Still needs to rest, but doesn't have to sleep. Yeah.
I'll keep a vague eye on things. Don't worry about it.
As usual.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Did you want me to do a perception check for it, or?
You can indeed, if you feel like you want to make an active watch.
Yeah, I'll watch for a wee bit. I'll get bored and stop, but... That's 16. See, paying a bit of attention.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's fair. It's good enough. Whilst you are paying attention until the point you realise that you kind of do need to kind of get a little bit of rest and sort yourself out a little bit, you don't see anything unusual. There's this constant slow light, and I think your brain puzzles to find out where this half light is coming from. And it's not from the glow of the pulse or the glow of the amber, but you don't have any encounters like red.
Do any of the creatures in the amber move by themselves?
Yeah, but they move in that way the things that are asleep move.
Okay.
So unless you interact with them, they don't move. So I think probably Aisling being Aisling probably taps the glass of the owlbear at one point, and it kind of...
Yeah, I'm not touching the anglerfish.
Kind of opens one eye and then looks at you and then just goes back to sleep.
It's very cute.
Your friends look like they are resting nicely. Very
I'll make
relaxed.
sure they're all tucked in.
Yeah. You come back to the bed at one point, and Red has positioned himself out like this in between Eugene and Rock, and Pocket is laying across Red's chest.
A familiar pile.
It's
so cute.
Neither of them
So many
actually,
adorable things to draw tonight.
neither of them actually need to sleep, but just enjoy doing it.
They're just so soft and warm.
I love the idea that Pocket's like, oh my god, this thing has really comfy fur. I'm just going to sleep on it.
Yep, pretty much. Aisling.
Fuck.
Sorry, I don't know why I found that so funny.
What?
You turn to look to see where the voice is. I see you. Come to me. Bring the echo with you.
Do I see anything?
Nope.
Rudy's saying it's just Alabaster fucking with me. Can I insight
the voice
check
of
this,
Wolf
please?
like echoes through.
Eggs.
Eggs.
Fulton has come with us secretly just to troll
He's
Aisling.
snuck through behind you. He's just been kind of trailing you this whole time just so he can mess with you tonight.
Shit.
Now you look around. There's nobody. You do feel Alabaster stirring in your brain, but not in a sort of actively talking to you way.
Hey, Alabaster, what was that?
I don't know.
Ooh. Was that an actual sound, or was that in my head sound?
That felt like it was directed at us.
What? That's not good. What's it on about an echo?
Not sure. Do you think it means me?
Well, I can't not bring you with me.
Well, that's true.
Kind of attached. I don't think I should go anywhere. I might get kidnapped again.
No, that's definitely not. We will not go anywhere without the others. That's for certain. No, we were going to carry on with our duty, even though we're both very curious, slightly freaked out. I tell you what, I will look through your left eye, you look through your right, and we'll keep an eye on everything.
Ugh! You can do that?
I think so.
Ugh! Wait, are you physically inside my skull looking out them like fucking windows? What are you on about?
Well, I'm just keeping an eye on things that you see, just in case you miss something. or you notice things that I don't notice.
Don't pull them in different directions like a chameleon.
Eugene's gonna wake up and Ashley's gonna be sitting there with eyes facing different directions.
No, but I could teach you a spell eventually that would allow you to do that.
I don't want that one.
No,
I don't want
okay,
that one.
fair enough.
You can keep that. It's fine. Okay, I guess I'll just stay here and wait for them to wake up, and then tell them when they wake up, and everything's fine.
Everything is fine. Good, grand. Creepy voices in the night calling your name. Nope,
Been there,
no
done
problem
that.
there. Yeah, no problem there.
Oh, yep. Yep. Me giving Rock mental health advice, and I'm just like, denial.
The rest of the night goes without circumstances.
Good.
And you eventually wake these two up, probably a little more enthusiastically than you would normally.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah.
It'll be the enthusiastic wake up, and then I'll just be like, "Oh, you're awake! Oh, good morning."
Well saved.
You better have made coffee.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, no,
Back to
don't
sleep,
worry.
back to sleep.
I'll make it myself. It's fine.
Oh yes, that's probably a
The
bad idea.
last time you made it, you burnt the water. I'm
Counts. It counts as cooking. Don't let me do that.
Eugene, as you wake up, make a perception check.
Just see what direction my eyes are pointing.
Oh, 7.
7. You don't notice anything particularly unusual.
Damn it.
Oh.
You know, if Eugene was as perceptive as he is bright, he'd be unbeatable.
Unstoppable.
But who would still fail wisdom checks because that is Theo's curse.
'Cause that's Theo, not
That's
Eugene.
the
Yeah.
Theo curse. Yep.
You get yourselves ready, gather your things, and start your journey again. I think I don't make people roll an insight. I think you probably noticed that Aisling is a little jittery this morning.
Did you drink my coffee again?
A little bit.
Did you
but
have
no.
the cheese dreams?
Oh yeah, did you have cheese dreams? Wait, you don't
Oh.
dream. You can't have cheese dreams.
Maybe that was cheese dreams.
Or did you go to sleep?
No, but
Okay, I think
right.
we can rule out the whole dream thing then.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
it's kind of a necessary component of dreaming is the
Yeah.
sleeping part.
I was hoping it was cheese dreams. Okay, so it might be something a bit more ominous then.
What?
So when I was like checking out some of the other creatures and critters and stuff, there was like a creepy whispery voice that wasn't Alabaster, but was kind of like in my head a wee bit, that told me to like go to it and bring the echo with it, and it addressed me by name, which I didn't enjoy.
Was the call
Very
coming
much.
from inside the house or outside?
I mean, it's a fair question. You did say it was also in your head. Are there now
Well,
two?
So I asked Alabaster that, and he said that it was just like directed at me, but
Can you
wasn't
have more than one demon in the brain?
I think I'm like at capacity, but I don't know. I think it's a one in, one out situation.
So sorry,
at the
what did
moment.
it say? Bring the echo.
Yeah. It said, Chris, was it to follow it or go to it? I can't remember the wording.
Come to me and bring the echo with you.
Okay. Yeah, so it said like, come to me and bring the echo with you. And Alabaster thinks maybe the echo is him.
Yeah, that would
And
be
it was very whispery and very not very inviting, and I obviously didn't do that.
Did you kind of have an idea of where it was as it was telling you to go to it? Did you like feel drawn to somewhere, or
Did I have an idea, or was it just because it sounded like it was behind me, didn't it?
Just really hard to space exactly where it was coming from.
Yeah.
But
No, it just like sounded like just around.
And that was it? Like, when you didn't go, it wasn't like, hey, are you listening?
As per my previous message.
In regards to my email.
Just following up.
As previously mentioned.
No, like it didn't get pissy or anything. I didn't.
And we're sure it's not.
To go to it if you don't know where
No, exactly.
it is.
And you're sure it's not like it's not another one in your head. There's not two now.
Alabaster said there wasn't. I would have thought he'd know. Okay. He kind of like chills out by the front door. I feel like he'd see someone.
I'm totally sitting here waiting to find out what time you're coming home.
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I'll put the radio on for him. He'll be fine.
Get him on webcam. Did you
dispenses treats when I press a button?
Did you recognize the voice at all or anything? Was there anything familiar about it? Or
I didn't, did I?
No, it's a new voice.
Yeah, no, it was a new one. New voice it is.
Very good. Okay, and it wasn't the Titan. It didn't feel like it was coming from the Titan. No.
Couldn't say.
I don't know. I don't know what direction it was coming in.
Although we're going towards the Titan, so I don't know exactly why they would. So maybe it's not the Titan. But then, Red.
Hello.
Are there any other entities here apart from the Allcaster? Is there like another being in this space, or no, anything? I mean, I don't mean the little beings. I mean like a
because he's just about to point at the pillars, but
I mean like a powerful being, or like there's another great power, or I don't know, an almost Allcaster or something. I don't know.
Not that I know.
Quite.
No, just the Allcaster.
A partial caster.
A partial caster. Okay, good. Does he talk to you in your head? Allcaster?
What
I
does
think
he
it's the
sound
only
like?
way that he can talk to us, because otherwise we can't understand them.
Does he sound quite like spooky whispery?
A little
does he
bit
project
sometimes
quite
if
well?
you're far away. But when you're
Are we
close,
quite
he
far
sounds
away right now?
like I guess what earthquakes would sound like, which is one of the reasons he doesn't talk.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. This is all a lot. I'm not feeling very well this morning as it is. But if it happens again, wake us up. Or if it happens in the evening, or if it happens again in general, just let us know immediately. Will you?
You guys look so cozy, though. I didn't want to disturb you.
Yeah, but honestly, it's fine. I'd rather that than voices in your head telling you to go somewhere, and then the next thing you know, you're down an alley and kidnapped again.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm used to that. That's very standard.
Yeah,
isn't
it wouldn't be the first time.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't really know what we can do about that. I guess let's just carry on and see if it happens
I
again.
don't see any alleyways, so let's keep going.
Or
Okay.
this is just one big alleyway.
Shut up. That's enough out of you. Back in your bed.
Yeah, Aisling, that statement Rock said about I don't feel very well this morning, he doesn't look well this morning.
Oh.
He looks tired and drawn and like, I mean, if you were a different type of humanoid, you'd say he probably looks a little clammy.
How did scales get clammy?
Yeah, I know.
Ew.
They don't. It's a very humanist thing to say, Chris.
Okay. Can I insight check it to get any more information on that?
Well, I mean, he's been very open about the fact he's not feeling well this morning, so it would probably be
Yeah.
a medicine check.
Oh, God. All right. Okay. I'll give it a go. Nope, that's a 6. So
No. Maybe he didn't sleep
he's a
well.
dragonborn, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
How is your study of Dragonborn physiology?
Yeah. He is a dragonborn of a gender.
Confirmed. Did it.
Yes. Other than he definitely doesn't look 100%, and he seems to be a bit slower than he normally is. He doesn't seem.
Okay.
You can't really sort of put your finger on it.
I think I'll probably point it out to Eugene if Eugene hasn't noticed yet. To be like, just when Rock's out of earshot, obviously. Does Rock look a little bit, no shade or anything, but a wee bit rough this morning?
Oh, I suppose I hadn't really noticed, but now that you mention it, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, like
I mean, he did say he wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, I know, but like normally that just means he's like a bit stressed out or something, or a wee bit frazzled. But he's like physically looking a bit like drained.
Well, he did seem to be having an existential crisis yesterday, and that can take a toll on the.
He does have them every day,
body.
though.
Well, maybe it's a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a gradual thing. Maybe it's, this is one existential crisis too many.
Oh God, this is bad timing.
Yeah, maybe it's like an incremental
thing.
thing.
Could he not have done this back at the house? Oh shit. All right. Well, I think we should just like keep a particular eye on him because he's just in case.
You're going to keep your left or your right eye?
This is not canon. My eyes are going the same direction.
Dear. Or in the middle. But only when you're casting spells.
Oh, damn it.
So the rest of your morning kind of is idle chatter as you get closer and closer to this looming form. And you get to what you think is probably about a mile left, and you can all feel an intelligence, something vast, touch your minds. Not intrusive, just kind of acknowledging your presence, and feeling you coming much closer.
I think as soon as Rock feels that, he would probably just say, everyone else feel that too? That wasn't just me, yes?
No, I felt it.
Okay, good. That makes me feel a bit better.
Really?
Well, at least not me going mad or something. It's or another voice in my head like you had. At least it's all of us, so that's better.
Okay.
You carry on for probably about 20 minutes or so, and then Red sort of brings you up short. I think this is as close as we'll probably need to go to have a conversation with the Allcaster.
Oh, okay.
And then we should probably wait until they invite us to come closer. I'm all right, but I just want to make sure that they're happy that you are here.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely make sure they're happy. I wouldn't want to intrude, considering that, well, they could probably reach out and swat us from there. So, no, definitely happy to just take their cue on that one.
Do we need to do anything? Do we need to, like, appease them?
Don't yell at them, Ashling.
I'm not going to yell at them.
This is normally the point where you'll turn around and go, "Hi, Allcaster, hi." So
I have since gained levels, all right? I know what I'm doing. I'm a mature, sophisticated adventurer now. I know not to yell at giants.
Okay, good, yes. Well, just a reminder then, there you go. And what do we do, Red? Do we just wait here, or do we... okay, we just wait here.
And it's not long before you feel that presence again, but much heavier this time. Weaver of worlds. Singer of the most ancient song.
Oh, bless you. I'll poke Rock.
Yes, all right, fine.
Carrier of the power of the chained god.
I'll flick Ashling on the ear.
you come from outside, speak, and I shall answer.
I feel like we should have prepared
Just a little bit.
some questions.
Okay, I will. I'm assuming that this is all telepathic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will just.
And that's that point you kind of do get that sense of rumbling. You do feel like the sense of earth moving and trees growing and just life living every single word that's said.
Does it sound familiar to the one that spoke at me before?
Different to the one that spoke at
Cool.
you before.
Cool and great.
So you're muted, hun.
Yeah,
I think Rock will definitely like put his hand out to steady himself with the kind of weird rumblings of the feeling, and then telepathically, I think Rock will just say, "Oh, great allcaster."
Is this in a group chat or just to them?
Oh yeah, it'll be totally group chat.
Okay.
Thank you for allowing us in your temple. We have come to find out more about the sky temples. We know very little, but we fear that they may be, one of them may be in bad repair. Just gonna look at Eugene, kind of shrug.
The answer, there's kind of like this moment to the point where just on the edge of you kind of going, did they hear me? And then a rumble comes back. Yes, this is a good reason to come.
Oh, good.
Good.
Things are not as they should be.
Oh, not good.
Have you come to help?
Yes, we have definitely come to help. We
Yeah.
will help in any way. We're just not sure how to help, to be honest.
I am the guardian of the Temple of Life. I was tasked with ensuring life after Ascension could continue. I have changed you and many other things so that you could live and feed and hunt and grow.
Were you tasked with ensuring that life could continue above the sky shield? Or
Yes.
below and down here as well?
No.
Oh.
I have kept things precious that would otherwise have been lost. I made it easier for you to breathe. I made you less susceptible to the cold. I made your muscles deal with gravity differently. And this I continue to do.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, I mean, we're very, very grateful for being able to breathe and things. So, does that mean that without you, we would not be able to survive up there?
Kind of this is the first time you've seen any movement from this figure. It slightly tilts its head ever, like almost, and you can hear cracking of branches and roots that have grown for over possibly centuries.
Oh God, I've broken it.
And that big open socket, one yellow glowing eye settles on all of you.
Oh.
I think you can do it on your own now. Your ancestors needed the greatest change.
Oh, I see. And do you keep the sky shield up?
No. The sky shield is connected to all 5 guardians.
But the 5 of you collectively keep the sky shield up.
Yes. This I know. 5 aspects. 5 elements. Gravity to lift. Life to change what needed to be changed. Chris finding his own notes.
Is that one of the elements, or?
Yeah, it's number 3.
Time displaced and settled. The song to sing it all together. And a storm to form a barrier and keep you all safe.
Do you know? Are you connected to the other 4? Are they all well?
No. Each of us struck our bargains in secret so that we could not be manipulated or got at.
So you're not connected to any of them?
I feel power from the other temples. I do not know their keepers.
So you don't know where they are either, I'm guessing.
I feel they are not where they were supposed to be.
Oh.
I
All of
feel
them?
3 have changed.
Oh.
1 drifts. It is too close to another, but its power is fine. A second moves like it should not, but it still maintains its presence. A third has stopped. I cannot feel this one anymore.
Oh yeah, that's the one we're, I think, a little bit concerned about.
Do you know which of the temples no longer you can feel?
I do not. I am sorry.
Oh, no, this is very, very helpful. We didn't know any of this, so we're very appreciative.
When this plan was formed, it was to raise a continent. Something went wrong and the world broke. We saved what we could. Those answers I come from he who held the spell together, the chained king, the chained god.
Right.
So he was the one that was kind of central to all of this?
The Magi channeled to him. This I know. Each of the temples dedicated to save life. Each agreement a promise to keep mortal kind safe. And the Chained King, an act of love and kindness on behalf of Erevis, the one who slumbers.
Have we heard the name Erebus?
Erevis is the name of your world.
Oh, right.
Or that's what you all call your world, any rate.
Okay, cool.
And what happened to the chained king?
I do not know. I sense his power on you, and I hoped you could tell me.
Is this where Eugene and
We're all kind of
awkwardly
looking at Ashling like,
Uh, well, I mean, I've kind of like seen just snippets, I suppose, of what might have happened to the Chain King.
Would you share?
Yes. Right, guys. I've got no reason not to. Right.
Yeah, I mean, they're sharing with us. I think we can.
Okay.
You feel this immense presence bore into your mind.
Oh, so I don't even need.
Like
they're just getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, Alabaster's gonna love this.
Alabaster
like,
eventually initially rails against it, and then it's just gently. You can almost, in a telepathic sense, it's kind of like lifting a puppy that's yapping at you out the way, so that you can get to something that you need.
Wow, he's gonna love that analogy.
Alabaster is now hiding under the sofa.
And there's no unkindness, and it's not rough. It's very gentle, but you are just aware of how big this creature is compared to
It's
all
a
of you.
finite space in here.
Yeah.
Can we?
And you live through those visions you had before of the throne's blade being left to defend the lands of dust and shadow, of the chained king and the throne shield leaving for mortal realms, of the clash of mortals and creatures from the realm of dust and shadows against this army led by this fiery mage who seems to have an aspect of something else. And you see, obviously, the chained king fall, but not before they have struck out, held the spell together long enough to keep everyone safe, and deposit them where they need to be by thrusting everybody through the scattered, so the land of dust and shadows, before the scattered lands is safe to return them to. I see. I am sorry that you must carry all that. The alabaster is an echo of what came before. Guard him.
Ooh, okay, elaborate on that, if you will. Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery as to old Alabaster's identity. So, if you've got any more information,
I do not know precisely, but I know that they are tied to what came before, and they
what came
mean
before?
the Chained King, the
They're
Throne
tied to the
Shield.
Chain King.
Know this, mortals. More time has passed for us than has for you. Your lands were protected and held in the realm of dust and shadow for centuries. It is nigh on a millennia since we sent your lands into the sky, but I sense only 600 years have passed in your memories.
But it's been like 1,000 down here.
Yes. You have another enemy.
Another one.
The serpent who betrays.
Okay, it's not a rabbit. Okay, that's good.
I sensed his armies caused what happened to the scattered lands.
Oh,
And does he have power now? Is he around here?
I am afraid I am aware of no more than my realm and the temple.
And he's not here.
Not here, no.
not in the bubble.
You guys can all make a religion check if you want to. by the
Yeah,
way.
sure.
Well, an attempt can be made. 10.
Ooh.
Smash.
Yeah. Smash it away.
Smash away.
Wait, what am I rolling?
Religion.
Sorry, I got distracted by a noise. It's 21.
21, nice.
I got a 24.
Oh, nice.
But of course you did. You're the
And
favorite.
Ashley?
I got a 10.
A 10. Right, so Eugene and Rock know nothing, but Ashling, no.
Oh, yeah. Omniscient bitch over here.
No, Ashling, no. It's not tied to the things and beliefs that you were brought up with, so it's not related. Eugene and Rock, you both recognize a dark deity. They're not talked about often because their worship is forbidden, but there are a number of dark gods who offer things like power and for trade of souls and want to subjugate free will and things like that. The 12 traditionally stand against these 7 and keep them at bay. But their cults do occasionally pop up, as even in the scattered lands. The worm who betrays is supposed to be the exact opposite of the dragon of the east. They were supposed to be mortal enemies from before they came to Erevis. Whereas the dragon of the east guides and uplifts mortal kind and tries to protect them, the worm that betrays wants to subjugate and grind mortal kind under its heel.
Sounds like a good guy.
So quite, I mean, because obviously you know very little about the Chained King, but it does seem that at least the Chained King was very much against this dude.
I would ask as well to say I'm kind of going to look at Ashling, but less for permission and more as a like, sorry. And I'm just going to say, we think that some entity reached out to Ashling and referred to the Echo while we were here. Do you think that could be this serpent worm who betrays, or
They didn't sound particularly benevolent.
would they
little bit
seek
ominous.
the Echo?
I would sense their presence here.
Oh.
I could not stop them, but I would know they're passing through my realm.
Could they contact us from wherever they are outside this realm?
I think it is more likely it is related to the realm of dust and shadow, whose magic still lingers here.
So someone from there wants you to bring the Echo.
Who's still here? What, in the bubble?
No, in the realm of dust and shadow.
I think I've completely confused Charlie.
Yep, fully.
Not just Charlie.
The implication you get from the Allcaster is that the magic of the land of dust and shadow, like it's still connected to what they are doing here and their continued protection. But that means that someone in the realm of dust and shadow could still use it to reach out and talk to somebody who wields that power.
Oh, so I like stepped into signal range of them by coming here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you've met Throne's Blade, and you
Yeah.
know her voice. So it's not her. Definitely not her. It's somebody new.
Oh my god. How could I find out who it is?
Are you asking the Allcaster?
Yes.
Listen for them in places like this. Grow your strength, but be wary of what they may want.
Okay.
Oh, that's wonderfully helpful.
Yeah,
Well-
super cryptic and creepy, isn't it?
Absolutely. Do not like this.
Mm-mm.
Also, rude, sir. Rude. And then you kind of feel him hiding behind you again.
So, Alabaster, you didn't recognise that voice or anything. That wasn't one of your guys.
I mean, let's be honest. My memories are hardly the most reliable in relation to everything that's happened with the Land of Dust and Shadow. So, but no, I do not know that voice.
Okay.
I'm just going to audibly whisper to Eugene, as if the Tide can't hear us. Do we need to ask anything else? I don't know what we're supposed to ask.
So, sorry, Allcaster. Is everything in this temple is fine?
No,
Oh,
I need your help.
oh. What can we do?
And this is the first time it moves, and it is like a landslide of movement and things like that. And it had this gigantic hand, as big as an island, just hovers over this tiny portal, which
Mountain
you can see.
goats falling off of it.
You see a monkey underneath going. Howls this gigantic hand over this portal, which is on this great open area in front of you. The magic I use to maintain the temple comes from the ways and the connection to Air Avis. I must strengthen that connection to compensate for the missing temple. But I cannot leave this place, and my support were killed by the agents of Bitter Snow.
Oh.
Oh, yes, we heard they had been here.
Unfortunately, Red, Green, and the other kin who I have created from memories cannot be on a separate plane to me.
Looks like your frog.
Oh, I miss
So-
Fog.
What can we do to help strengthen the connection?
I would ask you to step into the ways, find the sphere of power the magus placed there, and just reinforce the spell.
Right, when you say it like that, it sounds very simple, but I'm not sure
Should we
it's
just
going
like
to
turn
be
it
that.
up a little bit? Just turn up the volume.
What kind of a spell is required?
I can teach you.
Oh,
Oh, now he's interested.
It seems like I'm listening.
If you will let me.
oh yes, of course. I'd be delighted to learn something new.
Also, if we can travel the way, like, I mean, if we can go into the ways, they're like the paths between
Yeah,
planes and
is
worlds.
that
It'd be-
even possible.
Are they like celestial alleyways? Because if they are, I'm not into it.
I mean,
It kind of does sound like an alleyway
Yeah.
if you think about it technically.
it kind of is, but
Okay.
they'll be very well lit. Actually, I can't even say that. That's a lie. They probably won't.
Alabaster, can you put stuff in storage, please?
Oh, what? No, I mean, I'm on. If that thing comes in here, I'm on the verge of leaving.
Oh, great.
Well, at least you'll be able to see straight again. Is there anything else? Obviously, Eugene learning what the spell is. What can we prepare? Is there anything else we need to do to prepare to do that?
Yes.
What?
Theo, if Eugene doesn't already know it, you now know the magic circle spell.
Oh yes, I do. He does know
Yeah.
it. already.
But you also know a variation on it that you can use to regulate these spells. So when you use it as a ritual, you don't have to burn a spell slot for this. You can cast it as a ritual. But when you do in this particular way that the Allcaster shows you, you know it will draw the right level of energy it needs to cross. So the ritual takes an hour to do. And you have to do it, you have to be focused. Like, you can't be interrupted by your friends and their
leave.
shenanigans or anything else during that hour.
Then we
Yeah,
may
Rock,
need-
you're gonna have to entertain Aisling for an hour.
Oh God, no! I'm just going to jump now. Bye. No, we may need to protect. We may need to sort of protect Eugene though, if they're having to cast the spell, and depending on where we are. Wait, does Eugene have to cast the spell in the ways?
Yes.
On this sphere?
Yes.
Oh, and you were saying, is there anything else we can do to prepare? So Aisling and me.
I shall give you warnings about the ways and mortals.
Oh, goody.
The ways are not one path, but all of them.
That's a lot.
They are the lifeblood of the world and the planes connected to them. They are avenues to the worlds of the gods. Be careful. Stay focused on your target, or you will become lost and unstuck, and others may not be able to find you.
Oh.
How will we know where to find the
Yeah,
sphere?
is there like is there a map?
I have a memory from the Magi who built it. I will
Ashley's
show
got
you.
her pen ready. She's like, go on.
And you'll see this, kind of like this bright platform with this one dome, which is kind of just slowly drawing magical energy in a very gentle way around it. And behind it is sort of like this deep, dark, radiant, deep, dark void with radiant clouds kind of shifting and the occasional star. It's eerie and beautiful at the same time. Hold this in your mind.
I'm already drawing it. Ashling's already making a map of whatever she can perceive.
If you are ready, if you are confident, I will open the gate.
Are we ready?
Now? I suppose. Sure. I guess.
There's no potion shops on any of these platforms, are there?
No. But I can aid in that.
Oh.
Red. And Red kind of stands to attention. Give them something they can use to heal. And Red kind of suddenly runs to the edge of the platform. You're like, as he jumps off, and he just grabs hold of the edge of Allcaster and just clambers through the thicket and disappears into the woodland. And he's gone probably about a good 10 minutes before he reappears. And he's got like a Pax It's got like 4 packs full of these like mulched leaves and things.
Lunch bags.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
And he kind of bounces down and wanders over to you. Well, they're not potions and drinkable, but if you put these on wounds, they should have a similar effect.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
So they're kind of poultices of healing. So they count as potions of healing, and there's 4 of them for you.
cool. I feel like one each, and then maybe Eugene, because you're the squishiest. Maybe you have the extra one.
Sure. Okay.
So they just count as like standard.
Standard potions of healing.
All right, cool.
Potion of healing, got it.
He's only a little. I mean, you can double them up for double the effect.
That's fine. Thank you very much for your assistance and your information.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for agreeing to do this.
We'll do our best. We're only squishy and little, but
That
we'll
is
try.
all anyone can do.
So once we're in there and we get to the sphere and we cast the spell, how do we get back here?
Oh yeah.
Hold,
yeah, good question.
come back the way you came, and hold
Oh.
my visage in your mind.
Okay.
Think about
I
it.
mean, I'm not likely to forget you.
I'm gonna do a little drawing because Ashling's pretty sure she'll forget.
Well, the Titan.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
Yep.
He kind of there's a question lingering, and I think there are those outside the temple who are waiting. When you are done, may I let them in? You left a party of people waiting to come in after you had confirmed it was
yeah.
safe.
Did we?
Kind of, yeah. Juries and researchers.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Hope they've got a
back
coffee machine or
there
something. They're
in
gonna be
the
waiting for
outer
a while.
temple. I
Yeah,
thought
oh,
you
you
meant
mean- you
outside
mean
this
in the-
temple.
Yeah, in the hallway, not in the actual temple,
So many layers of temple.
honestly.
Ashling's drawn a sketch,
It's
so she
templeception.
remembers.
Totally. That's exactly how I imagined the Titan.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then she's done a little her, so she remembers the scale.
Big Ashling.
Foolproof.
I mean, yes, they wait. Are they? I mean, they are helping. They're trying to help and find out information about the temples. Yes, I guess.
I will wait for your return.
Sure.
Okay.
Good.
Is there like anything else we need to know about? Any like bad things or anything that will try and eat us or kill us?
Yes. Do you know what we might face?
Fortunately, the ways are ever changing, and the dangers you will face will be your own. So I cannot prepare you for that.
Okay.
Great.
Brave warriors, children of the scattered lands,
Are they coming with us?
go forth and save your world. Kind of
Oh, Lord.
the
God.
portal
pressure.
kind of shifts and starts moving the other way, and you see this kind of gentle darkness beyond it, like shadowy reflections of yourselves. And as you get closer, they kind of turn into this like kind of spark of light in the center of each of you. And are you stepping through?
Yeah.
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 Is Red coming with us or is Red staying?
Red cannot come
No.
with you, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'll just wave at Red.
He's waving. He doesn't like either he doesn't understand the danger or he looks very confident in your abilities.
Oh, good. I'm glad he is. Okay, good.
Who goes first?
Oh, I'll go first. I mean,
You
I
watch,
want to at least appear that I have courage.
you watch
Oh.
as this reflection of rock grows grander and brighter as he gets closer, and then as he steps through, it kind of stays there for a second and then just dims back to where it was and vanishes.
Right. You ready?
I don't know. Yes?
We could do it together.
Okay.
Big
Right,
enough.
hold my hand. Hold my hand.
Yeah, we'll hold hands and go together.
And the two of you hold hands, and the similar thing, these sort of shadowy reflections of you brighten up to the point where they're actually hard to look at. And then as you cross the edge of this, they ripple and vanish behind you. And that is where we're going to take our break today.
Ooh. Atmospheric as fuck.
We're going to take a 10-minute break. We will be back at 5 o'clock, technology allowing. So everyone just stretch, go and grab a drink, use the facilities, and we will be back before you know it. Thank you all. See you soon. Mwah. lovely people. I hope you all had some time to stretch and grab yourself a drink. Apparently, continuing their hive mindness today, Charlie and Theo have both had crisps and coffee at the same time. So
The diet of champions.
a diet.
The diet of freelance illustrators.
Cool. Welcome back. Thank you for all the amazing comments. I'm trying to not to corpse whilst I'm doing some
God,
description.
good
There's some
comments.
brilliant ones in there.
There's been some fucking funny ones today.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we are some other hive minds.
some other hive mind. One of my particular favourites was An Hour with Aisling. Nah, let the scattered lands fall.
Shame.
Wow.
Thanks, Dad.
Rude. Aisling is a delight.
Anyway.
If you've ever given cocaine to a Jack Russell, you will know how fun that is.
I have questions about your life now.
Olga's fine, okay? She's fine.
Well, she's not a Jack Russell, so clearly, you know.
Yeah, she can handle it. She can take it.
Also, you must be earning a fortune if you're buying cocaine for your Jack Russells.
Only uncut Colombian stuff for my Jack Russells.
Moving swiftly onwards. Before the break, our adventurers finally met with the Allcaster, the Titan who controls and protects the Temple of Life, the Sky Temple of Life. At the request of the Titan, they have stepped into the ways, the mysterious planes between planes that connects all of the multiverse to Erevis. And we're about to find out what that means for our friends. So I think we're going to start with Rock, because you stepped through by yourself.
Yeah, you weren't holding hands with anyone. Very brave.
Holding the image that you were given in your mind, I would like you to make a wisdom check. Just a straight wisdom, it's fine.
Oh, 14.
14. Okay, cool. I'd now like you to roll a 1d6 and tell me which number you get.
4.
4. Huh.
Hey, remember last week when we all told Chris our greatest fears?
Oh my god.
You step into the ways. You find yourself on this strange cobbled path with this swirling, almost purple, like very dark, but almost purple smoke around you. You can't see your friends. And you can't see the way you got here either. And there's a moment of panic, I think, but you know that from all the stories and all the things that you have been told about this place, the only thing you can do is push on and hope your friends can find you. Holding the image of the place you need to be in your mind, you carry forward. 1 step, 2 step, 3, on, and you suddenly start to get this familiar sense. You know these cobbles. You know this street. This is Cloud's Cairn. You were walking through the alleys near Artifact Lane, where the Adventurers Guild is housed. Everything is around you is kind of forming up this kind of version of this place that you've called home before your adventure started. But it's wrong. You can smell the acrid scent of gunpowder and fire on the wind. You can hear blasts and screaming. And you start running, and that fear grips you in your chest. You come round the corner to Artifact Lane and you see the worst possible thing. The Ogre's Rest on fire. People being dragged out of it. Thrown to the floor by people in dragon masked armor. You watch as a bellow and Marok breaks free from the building, wielding his whopping greatsword, taking down 2, 3, 4 guards until the echo of gunfire after bullet and bullet and bullet drags him down and he just flops to the floor with a mighty thump. You instinctually try and reach forward, but nobody can hear you. You try and grab one of these knights to try and stop them from what they're doing, how they're hurting people you care about, and your hand just goes straight through them. And you hear a voice. Stay on the path. None of this is real. This is what may have been, not what could be. You need to keep moving.
I think Brock will kind of just close his eyes and kind of go, okay, it feels very real. It certainly smells real, but it's not real. It's obviously not real. I've just come into the ways. It's obviously not real. I am not in Cloud's Cairn. I'm fine. It's not real. Okay. And it's all going to be fine when I open my eyes, and I'm going to kill Ashling and Eugene for leaving me here. Anyway, okay. Breathe, like Ashling says, breathe. Okay. And I'm going to open my eyes.
Open your eyes and you're back on that path that you were on before.
Oh, thank God for that. Oh. Right. Good. I'm going to look behind me to try and see if there is now any kind of indication of where I came from.
Not really. No more than you had before, but at least the path feels longer and you can see more. And you kind of look out and this smoke starts to clear a little bit and you can see what looks like for a second, a golden city with twisting platform spires and trees everywhere. Just for a second. And then it's gone again in a bright light. And when you turn back to the path, you can see what looks like an open tunnel heading towards somewhere that's brighter and more open.
Okay, I'm going to slowly walk towards the tunnel.
You slowly walk towards the tunnel. At the other end of it, you see a long run of platform in front of a night sky with purple, slightly nebulous clouds and twinkling stars. Very familiar to the place that you were trying to find. Do you step into the tunnel?
I think I would wait for a short while anyway, because I'm kind of expecting my friends to appear.
Good. Speaking of your friends, there is a push and a pull, and Eugene, you feel Ashling's fingers slip from yours as you step out. It's okay, you kind of tell yourself as you step forward. The ways are weird, and her path is not always going to be the same as yours. And you're not 100% certain how you know that, but you do. I would like you to make a intelligence check for me.
Close one.
That is 19.
19. You tell yourself all the logical things you need to do to hold this image in your mind. You start calling out little details to yourself. You start structuring it up in how you would create it as a diagram and things like that. You do all these little mind tricks to try and keep yourself rooted and moving forward. I'd like you to roll a d6 for me.
1.
1. You feel like you've been walking for days. You can't be certain how time works here, but you know it's not right. You kind of have been making notes and things as you go. You feel incredibly lost. And just when you think you are beyond any sort of capability to find your own way, you stumble through a doorway that you didn't even know was there and find yourself outside a old wrecked barn with a little thicket in a clearing. And sitting by an open fire is what looks like a human man with auburn red hair, sipping a cup of tea, who smiles as you kind of enter.
Hi, I think I'm kind of lost.
Oh, Eugene.
Yeah?
Oh, hang on. Have you met me yet?
Unsure. I don't think so, but I sometimes do forget faces. Have we met?
Also, this place plays havoc with time sometimes. I'm Feather.
Right.
He kind of stands up and holds out a hand, which would probably be the next time we meet. You'll probably tell me who you are because I haven't met you yet.
Okay. That makes sense, I suppose. It's nice to meet you.
It's lovely to see you again. How are you doing?
Yeah, like I said, I think I'm a little lost.
Right. Are you holding the image of where you want to be in your mind? I
Well,
guess you
I was
probably are.
trying to.
I guess you must have come here because you need to meet me. Sit down, have a cup of tea, have a think, and we'll try and get you back on your way.
Is there time for that? I mean, I think I'm sort of doing something quite important.
Always so important. But that's why I think you always end up with me.
Right. Okay.
To explain, in my time, I am a keeper of the ways. It's my duty to help people navigate and find their way. But from what I understand from our first meeting, there are none of my kind left in your time.
Not that I know of.
So at this point, you're kind of looking at him quite directly, and you kind of
What
notice
does he look like?
he's hard to say. He could be 30, he could be 300. He's got an ageless face. He's definitely human, but there's something more about him. And the thing that you find most intriguing is he has these soft blue eyes that seem to glow ever so slightly with an inner warmth. And then as you watch, you swear they shift to green. And then back again. So last time we met, you were something to do with temples, I think.
Oh yeah, that's still the thing.
Right.
Still, I'm sorry. This is quite confusing.
Use whichever terms make you feel comfortable. It really does make this whole thing so much easier.
Right. Okay. Yes, I'm trying to find the sphere of power.
A sphere of power linked to a temple. Well, it doesn't exist in my time, so you're going to have to guide yourself there. But and he kind of reaches out and he kind of pulls out a book that you have seen before.
Eugene's seen every book before.
This book belongs to Aisling.
He's reading my diary.
It's the book that she got as a gift from Rebecca Ryder.
My magic book.
He kind of flicks through. So, here. This is going to tingle a little bit. It's not really the sort of magic I normally do, but it should...
Wait. It's what? It's safe though, right?
Oh yeah, it's basically as you know how clerics can touch you and you're suddenly a little bit better at everything.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit like a bigger version of that.
Okay.
So, and he kind of starts drawing out. So he pulls out some chalk and a piece of paper, and he draws a magic circle and puts some symbols, which you kind of recognize as celestial. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need. I don't think it will interrupt your journey too much, but I understand if you want to move on. But keep this with your familiar in your pocket, and it should help them see the ways clearer than you can.
Oh, okay. You hear that,
Turn your
Pocket?
pocket into a sat nav.
This is important.
Yeah, Pocket jumps out of your pocket, climbs onto your shoulder, and almost salutes.
Just a quick question. The book you have there, where did you get that?
I made it.
Oh, that's interesting because I've seen that book before.
Yes, Aisling has it, which I find really curious.
I didn't steal it.
But I guess
I've got the receipt.
I guess even someone as long-lived as I eventually has to pass on, and artifacts like this do tend to last.
Yeah. So am I in the past, present, future, past? None of the above.
I am in your past, you are in my future, but we are here together in the present. Because the ways can do that.
Well, that clears that up.
Okay.
Does that make sense, or is that too cryptic? My brother is always telling me I'm too cryptic about these things.
I think it's hard not to be cryptic talking about time travel.
Time is a material plane thing. It's what Erevis has. Out here, it's all a bit loose and free. You will inevitably end up where you need to be when you go back, but the ways don't care how you get there.
Right. And it's not going to be the kind of thing where, like, I've spent time here and then when I go back, it's like 300 years in the future. Or...
Oh no, this is not the Feywild. No, it's
okay.
not like that. The wild's much more dangerous for that sort of thing. No, the ways, they just don't care how you get there. They just, as long as you get there.
Okay, so I just carry on and try and keep it in my head.
Keep it in your head, focus on it, and when you are uncertain, let Pocket guide you.
Right. Okay, well, thank you. I guess we'll meet again.
Looking forward to it.
Me too. I hope I remember you next time. It's probably kind of rude.
I get used to it. I mean, you should see what Aisling does the first time she meets me.
Sorry.
I can't wait to hear about it from Aisling.
Well, good luck, Eugene.
Sorry in advance, friend.
It's lovely to see you again.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you. See you again.
Don't dwell on it too much.
Yeah. Good. Gonna go now.
Good luck. You step beyond the thicket to the only logical path that seems to go between these trees, and slowly they melt away into a forest path. And you hear echoes of people running through the path, running through the forest. And at one point you see a young lady that you've never seen before runs across and tries to hide behind a tree before her male friends sort of like jump up and they're trying to look for her as well. Clearly like still playing hide and seek. But as you get closer, they just kind of away like fog. Eventually, the path gives way to cobbles, and you find yourself coming towards a tunnel where you see Rock waiting for you. But before we do that meeting, Ashley, you feel Eugene tugged away from you. And before you can do anything, your hand reaches out without your say-so to try and grab him, as you feel Alabaster desperately trying to cling on to one of your friends.
She would second that motion anyway, so.
But he's gone before you can even do anything. I would like you to make a wisdom check for me.
Hail Satan.
Excuse me.
Okay. Wait, was that a wisdom save or check?
Just a check.
Okay. That was a 16.
16. Cool. And I would like you to roll a d6 for me.
Okay. 4.
4. Can you re-roll for me?
5.
Okay. You find yourself wandering through these strange half-formed paths that are the backdrop of which are these midnight skies with these strange nebula. As you go, you find it difficult to focus on what is real and what is not.
Pretty normal.
See Nudoan appear momentarily
Yay.
and then vanish before you can even kind of, what's it doing here? Stepping along, you see another ancient city full of dragons and humans living in this perfect, symbiotic relationship. And as you turn the corner on the path around this pillar, you see the same city in ruins, abandoned. You see the march of armies, and you see ruined battlefields. You feel like you have been traveling for years and no time at all. Your whole senses are just completely thrown. A couple of times, Alabaster tries to call your attention to things, and as soon as you look, you either see something entirely different to your friend or nothing at all. So he is having a very different experience to you. You round a corner and you can see another pathway where you see 3 adventurers running, terrified for their lives. At the front, screaming for her friends to keep up, to make sure they're safe, is a tall, grey-skinned tiefling with twin horns, one of which go up and the others curl round. A shock of white hair. Beautiful in an elegant, rugged sort of way. Doesn't really care about their appearance so much as they just keep themselves clean and tidy. And they're calling and pulling their friends along. And as you watch, something dark and horrible leaps out of the shadow and grabs the one that looks like a halfling. Before you can do anything, or she can do anything, the halfling is torn in half.
Ah.
The tiefling slams a heavy wooden staff into the ground, and a wall of thorns burst up, sealing them, allowing her and her remaining 2 friends to escape. You can hear recriminations and anger in the voices of her and her companions as the 3 of them argue about what happened. But as you turn to try and get closer, the path takes you away from them. Until you find yourself on your own again. Eventually, you come to a tunnel. And standing at the mouth of the tunnel are your two friends.
I'm gonna sprint because that was horrifying to witness. I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, thank god you're here. Oh,
Where have you two been? Where did you go?
I don't know. I don't know.
So
I
why
don't know
didn't
how
you
long
come
it's been.
through when I walked through? I stepped through and you two didn't come.
Well, it was a bit scary and a bit big and it was a bit, I don't know.
Right, well, okay.
I don't like it here. I don't like it here. I don't know
Look,
how long we've been here.
it's just a pathway. We just have to keep thinking about where we're going, okay?
Yep, I'm also gonna think about how I don't like it.
No, don't do that because then we could get lost.
Yeah, but it's horrible.
Yeah, just focus on what we're supposed to be getting to because that's how the ways work. If you think about something else, that's where we'll go.
Okay.
Oh,
She's
God.
still just like, oh, I hate it.
Well, but where have you been? I mean, I was walking for a long time and I got kind of tired, but it was kind of nice.
You had a nice one? Where did you go?
Well, I was in some like forest, and there was a person there called Feather, and they're the keeper of the ways, and they had a lot of slightly cryptic things to say. It was kind of confusing, honestly.
But they didn't get torn in half.
No.
Oh.
Where have you been?
As usual, you go on a date, I see a triple homicide, you meet the manager, I
He
see
did
someone
have
get
really
torn in
nice,
half.
soft blue eyes.
Oh, good. Dreamy.
Look, can we just focus on where
He
we're
knew
supposed
who
to be?
you were, also, actually. Oh,
Me?
and he had that book. You know that book that you have with like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his.
Can I check to see if it's on me?
Yeah.
Because
It's where you left it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the
I'll just
book
take it
bag
out
of
and be
holding.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's this feather person. They said it was theirs.
Oh.
Ashling,
I didn't take it. I didn't steal
you told
it.
us that Rebecca gave it to you.
Yeah, she did.
Well, like when and they still had it when I spoke to them. Yeah, it's confusing.
How?
Rebecca told you it was a pre-ascension relic. But she thought you would enjoy it.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
think time doesn't really exist here.
Can we go one place? One place where time is
Where clocks
normal.
are like normal.
Normal.
Look, the ways are supposed to exist outside of time and outside of the plane. So, as much as none of this makes sense, it all kind of makes sense. So, if
Well, what was your walk like? Because we had
it was long
particularly
and
different ones.
wasn't particularly pleasant, and I was waiting for you two, as usual. So, let's just look. I just really want to get there to this platform, and can we just go?
If I may, I don't think it's much. Don't need an insight check. You guys can see and know Rock well enough to know that he is visibly shaken.
Mm-hmm. Are you all right?
No, I told you I'm not feeling great, and it wasn't a terribly pleasant experience. Whatever happened coming to this, but at least we're here together now. So I think they keep telling us we should just focus on the image of where we're supposed to go. So let's just get there.
Okay.
Oh, and Feather said the pocket could help us.
Oh, really?
They gave us a thing to help.
That's good.
Oh.
See, Rock, we're gonna be fine. It's fine.
Good. Well, I guess we go through the tunnel.
Do you want a head massage? Red ain't here, so.
No, I don't want the head massage. Let's just.
Okay.
No, Rock, you are still not feeling well at all. Like your day, in fact, if anything, you're starting to feel a little fevery.
Oh God.
Okay.
Do we have any COVID tests on us?
Oh dear. I mean, you are going through a public access space.
Oh, ew.
And nobody's masked.
Oh God.
The public use these ways all the time.
You step into the tunnel, and at this point, things seem to move more swiftly. The tunnel is kind of shadowy and dark, and as you kind of get further in, you realise that its branches kind of twisted amongst each other, and as you go further along, you see fireflies dancing through the branches, and you open up into this large stone platform.
I think anything I see that's even vaguely nice, I will point it out to Rock to try and be like, look at a nice thing.
I think as Ashling does that, Rock is kind of trying to like be polite and nice and kind of going, it's very pretty, but you can see he's just it's like when someone has a terrible headache and like they're trying to pay attention, but they just can't focus.
The tunnel gives way onto this stone platform, and you actually walk out a gate onto an open, well-lit plinth. You can see several, what looks like remnants of like a piece of a castle or something along those lines, made of stone steps and flagstones and everything on those. And beyond it, at the top, surrounded by a metal ring, is a large blue orb of energy, which is slowly drawing magic to it. Beneath, you can see a whirling tempest of raw magic sifting around like a sea going out into nothingness. And above you, a star-filled sky with pink and purple nebulae.
Ooh, so pretty.
And none of these stars look like anything you've ever seen before.
Because I feel like Aisling would have mapped constellations as well as other stuff. So yeah. These ain't our stars, guys. These are.
Does it look like the platform and the sphere of energy that we were shown?
Yes, yeah. Further back, because you were shown it quite close. The memory that you were given, you was quite.
It's not just smaller; it's further away.
This sphere is very small. This sphere is far away.
Eugene, you feel a prickle in the back of your mind, as if something is trying to cast its mind out. And then you hear a rumbling growl. Thieves, knaves, I will rend your flesh. There is a beating of wings, and a shadowy form launches out over the this kind of island structure, twisting and forming like the smoky tendrils behind it. For a vague second, you swear you see the form of a dragon as it dives into the sea beneath. Come then, I will taste your flesh.
Was it
We
just
all see it.
Eugene that
You saw it. Only Eugene heard that.
Whoa, do you see that?
not good, guys. He wants to eat our flesh.
What?
Hey.
What do you mean he wants to eat our flesh?
Oh, we don't make assumptions. He was just chilling out.
No, not assuming. Definitely creepy voice in my head. You didn't hear that?
Oh my god, what is it with the two of you and voices in your head?
So not doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I honestly would rather have not.
So you're sure
Oh.
that thing... where has it gone? And why? Why does it want to eat our flesh?
We didn't do anything.
Something about thieves. I think it It thinks we stole something. I don't know.
No, we're not. We were sent here to help.
I would
Yeah.
like you all to make a dexterity saving throw,
Oh,
please.
thought you were gonna fucking say initiative.
Give it
And
Not
then
yet.
I will ask for initiative.
Yeah.
No. Dex save, right?
Dexterity saving throw, please, yes.
Remember, guys, we've got a d6 from the bedroll.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Yeah, same.
Cool. Let me just jump you over. There we go. Right, that's quite big, so the audience can't see. Please bear with me, viewers. Is that better? I think everyone can see that now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Cool. Right. Come up one, because...
Yeah.
Pretty map.
Yeah, actually, this one I think is eightfold paper. Again.
Lovely.
Doing
That's
some
very
really
pretty.
lovely stuff. Just gonna turn the music down. Okay, so a bolt of dark energy dives towards you all, and explodes in this kind of like light gathering force. What did everyone roll?
13.
13. Excellent. Aisling
11.
and Rock.
9.
9. Okie dokie. You are all lifted up 20 foot and
Ah.
slammed to the floor.
Can we not Featherfall react to that, or is
You
this too
can use reaction to cast Featherfall if you wish.
quick? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I will allow
Oh,
that.
fuck.
I think that's fair.
I can't. My ring is all juiced out.
Is it?
Oh no!
'cause you use
Do
fly,
like
Yeah,
didn't
it?
because I cast fly, so I can't use it for 2 weeks.
So it's folded in its wings and it's sulking at you at the moment.
Oh no! Oh crikey!
Fortunately, Featherfall hits multiple targets, doesn't it, Charlie?
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, 60 feet. All right, I'll cast Featherfall on a lot of us.
Yep.
Oh, phew.
So you can actually land on your feet. If you would like to drag yourself to that entranceway there, where you end up
Whereabouts, sorry?
landing.
Literally.
Can you ping it again? I missed that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. Which side is the entrance?
Yeah.
This is the entrance here.
Ah,
Oh right, okay.
Awesome. And Wayne, don't forget that if you use a level 3 spell, you automatically get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
My note.
Awesome. So we will now roll initiative.
Oh my god.
oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So above 20. Okay. 25 to 20. 15 to 10 to 15. What'd you get?
Oh no, I
No, hang on, you
got,
missed out. You
yeah,
missed
I got
out
a
of group, Chris.
Did I?
like-
No, I said
yeah, I got a
15 to 20.
yeah, I got a 16.
Got 16. Excellent. Cool. 10 to 15.
10.
10.
13.
13. Cool. Just enjoy the music for a second. And 10 from Eugene as I just write stuff down.
I'm enjoying
Awesome. Aisling, you
Yeah.
are up first. Reaction, you saw this coming and you skillfully used the spell to kind of cast Featherfall on your friends and yourself. You all land on your feet and you are ready for action as this thing
I'm so glad I
zooms.
learned that spell. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You see this thing swing round the rocks and start flying towards you again. This is
Ugh.
this dark, shadowy form that looks slightly draconic.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action hex it first.
Lovely. Out of interest, what are you affecting it with?
What the checks that we'll get
Mhm.
disadvantaged. I'm going to disadvantage it against Constitution checks.
Constitution checks. Okie doke. I will make a note of that.
Yep, I'll cast that as my bonus action, and then I think, I think I'll just I'm a blast it.
Blast it. Cool.
I'm a blast it.
You are level 9, so you have 2 blasts at the moment, don't you?
Cool, and it'll be agonizing blast as well.
Always agonizing.
18 to hit on the first one.
18 hits.
Oh, thank God, Jesus, because that would have been a ridiculous DC. Okay. That was 5 damage on the first one, so not very much. But...
5 damage.
Although there is...
What's that with your hex?
Yeah, there is Hex, which will be 3 necrotic on top of that.
3 necrotic. So that's 18 total on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
There. Cool.
26 to hit on the next one. I have a feeling
that one will hit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for God's sake. Okay. 5 damage again on that one.
5
and
damage.
2 necrotic. So not a heavy hitter
It's
on this one.
15 damage. 15 damage. It's good. It's a start. Awesome. Also, do you want to move at all?
I'm going to come out a little bit,
Yeah.
just so we're not all clustered in together.
Kind of, just to make you aware, the thing it hit you with had quite an area. So
Ooh.
bunching up, not a good idea against this one.
Yeah, okay, I'll go over here a little bit.
I will then move on to Rock.
Okay. I am going to. What can I do? Let me just check something.
Of course, no worries.
Yeah. One. Okay, cool. So as my bonus action, I will throw out my rapier.
Yep. You should have your token to drag out there. There you
Yeah, got it. Which it can't reach it to attack on throwing it out because it's only 30 feet. So, can I hold its attack until the creature gets within 30 feet of me, or does that not work?
No, it doesn't work with because it counts as a companion once you throw it out.
Yep.
They don't get that.
Fair enough. That's cool. That's fine. And I am going to. That's for my bonus action, and for my action. I am going to withdraw my pistol.
Yeah.
Just close my character sheet.
Always helpful.
You need that.
So I'm going to pull my pistol out, and I am going to. Yeah, I'm just going to take a shot at it, but I would like to kind of yell at it again and just kind of say, "We're here to help. We're not stealing anything." And I'm going to take a shot.
Amazing. Take a shot, please.
19.
19 will hit.
Awesome. My
Roll
D10.
some damage. Roll some damage.
10, yes. 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Nice.
Piercing damage.
Cool. Thank you very much. It kind of goes through, does damage as normal. You see a bit of this wisp fly away, and you kind of saw that ripple when Ashling's bolts hit as well, and again, just a bit of it breaking off. So there we go. You've done used your bonus, you used your action. Do you want to move at all?
No, I'm actually going to stay where I am.
Lovely. Cool. And that will make it its go. It will fly down to here. From there, it can reach both Aisling and Rock. And it is going to make 2 claw attacks at Aisling and bite Rock. As it comes closer, you can just hear, now you can all hear this raging, deep voice. Thieves, varlets, I will punish you for what you did.
I've only just got here.
So 2 claw attacks. That is a 26 to hit and a 21 to hit on Aisling.
Can I hellish rebuke the first one?
You, of course, you can. You still take the damage, but you certainly can get your own back.
Okay, good. They both hit, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me just roll your damage. Ooh, nasty.
Don't say that.
Great.
First one is
Good
16 points of slashing damage,
Yeah,
and the second one is 15 points of slashing
that's
damage.
too many points.
Jesus.
Rock.
Good thing you're a tank.
Well, they take 20 fire damage because of hellish rebuke.
Ooh, ouch.
Do they not? They get a save against that, don't they?
Oh yeah, I think it's Dex.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
using my new dice that you got me.
Oh, from the tank.
Yay!
Dexterity saving throw. It's a 16.
Meets his beats.
Meets his
Yeah.
beat, so they take half of that. So Harry, how much did you say?
20, so 10.
10 points of fire damage.
Yep.
It kind of moves quite quickly for something of its size.
Can I see how the fire reacted, or how it reacted to the fire?
Seem to damage it as normal.
Okay.
So Rock, that is a 24 to hit you.
Yes.
Oh.
With okay, that's 14 points of piercing damage, and 4 points of cold damage as you feel the very essence of like the lack of any warmth from any star flow into your blood. You imagine this is what it must feel like to get close to the peak of the sky shield.
Ew.
Ouch.
And with that, it will go to Eugene. Your go.
All right. Okay.
Fireball.
I can't.
No, have you
everyone's
seen
too
where
close.
it is? No.
Unless you want crispy fried ashling.
Oh no! Or that she'll smell her hair will burn and everything.
Yeah, I'm a very hairy woman, alright?
Yeah, considering the fact that you both just took some substantial damage, I
Some
think it's
spicy
probably not the
damage.
time for
Yeah.
fireball.
Damage
Um,
and spicy. Oh, you can still
Eugene-
use those packs, by the way, as a bonus action as normal. No problem. The fact that they're different.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Eugene is going to cast a spell. So you see him make some kind of movements and mutter some incantations, and the familiar kind of purple portal opens, but kind of like it did with when he cast banishment. It's more like the shape of a doorway.
Cool.
So like a purple edged shining like doorway.
Mm.
And through it comes a familiar figure as Eugene will cast Ally of the Throne's Blade.
Oh my god.
Yes! Yes.
Did I put the token in yet? Please.
Rooney, your wife is here.
Yeah, sorry, Chris, I should have given you a heads
Are we sure it's Throne's Blade coming through, or is it cotton?
up. No, it definitely looks like Throne's Blade.
No, I haven't prepared it yet, but if you give me a minute, if you want to put one of your tokens in there temporarily, I will find her for you. 'Cause
Okay.
she's in there somewhere, you know.
I'll just put my shadow spirit in there for now.
Amazing. So it's not exactly the same. So do you want to describe how different she seems, because this is a reflection of the throne.
Yeah,
blade.
it's kind of not. It's obviously not the real Throne's Blade, but it looks like the shape of Throne's Blade, but kind of like more incorporeal form. So she's kind of like edged in like a glowing purple light, and kind of almost like you can see through her, but not quite. And yeah, she kind of comes through the portal, and sort of through the portal behind her, you can see like wisps of like the plane of dust and shadows.
She's going to be very big to start with. Bear with me.
Huge. Well, she is a giant woman, so.
Oh my god!
But
You can stay that size, fine.
Yeah.
She
Leave it at that. I love that.
probably about that size, I think. And if you bear me 1 second,
Yeah, now you're in trouble.
you should be able to move her about now. So if you want to pop her wherever you want her to be,
Okay, let's get rid of you.
cool. And I'll just pop her that one off. So
Thank you.
No, I like the idea of it just waiting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just.
amazing.
And she is the Avenger form rather than
Nice.
Defender.
Cool. Does she get to go straight away? Or...
Yeah, I believe she takes her turn after me.
amazing.
Yes, immediately after mine.
Cool. So
And she will throw a radiant javelin, please.
Ooh.
a radiant javelin. Go. Roll for attack, please.
That's a 22.
22
Oh.
will hit.
Cool. Sorry, hang on. What does
No,
it do?
you're fine. New summon. Who dis?
Yeah, 2d6 plus. Okay, so it's 8 plus 2 plus 5. That's 15 damage.
15 damage. This radiant spear.
Five of that is radiant damage.
Nice.
Right? Or is it all radiant damage? No, 5 of that is radiant.
Cool. Cool. So just quickly doing math. So you probably, Aisling and Rock, you look in horror as this gateway opens and these hands come round it. 1, 2, 3 hands that step through, with a 4th one carrying a familiar looking spear. This draped hair, this huge cloak, Throne's Blade, an echo of, steps into the battlefield, raises her spear and charges it into this dragon, and then looks at Eugene with a gentle nod of acknowledgement.
That's so cool.
Oh, wait. If I have multi-attack, does that mean she can use that same attack again?
If that's not, if it is included in their multi-attack card, what does the multi-attack say?
It just says the Celestial makes a number of attacks equal to half the spell's level.
Okay, that's no worries. In which case, if that's the only attack they've got on there, absolutely.
Yes,
yeah.
the Avenger form just has one weapon attack, so I can do it again.
That she's there for a good time, not for a long time.
That's a 25 to hit,
25 will hit.
and that is 16 damage.
16
Fuck 'em up,
damage.
Throne's
Nice.
Nice.
More tendrils kind of breaking off of this thing. It's getting wispier and smaller, but it is still quite a ferocious creature. Amazing. Do you want to move at all?
Oh yes, I didn't move when it was my turn. I will take a couple steps backwards. Bravely.
Amazing. Bravely, I will step back.
Yup.
Aisling, your go.
I think I also will take a few steps back and stand next to Throne's Blade. Like, Mom,
Help!
help,
Nick,
Mom.
he keeps picking on me.
Yeah. And since that last hit was quite as heavy as it was, I think I'll put Armor of Agathis on myself while I'm
Good.
over here.
Yep. No worries.
because wasn't expecting quite that chunk of my hit points to get taken off.
So that's your action, isn't it, to
So-
cast Armor of
Yeah,
Olympus?
that was my action. And I think that's about... Oh, I might actually, for my bonus action, use that salve.
Yeah, yeah.
Just while I'm here.
Good plan. So roll it's 2d4 plus 2 for that one.
D4 plus 2. Where's the spiky boy? There it is. 5, so 7.
7 points of healing. Nice. So you kind of get this mulch out and you just slap it on this kind of strange bite. You can actually see tendrils of smoke still coming from this. Where it claws you, and you kind of slap it on, and it automatically starts glowing like phosphorescence and just sinks into your skin and seals it up behind it.
Gross. I love it.
Wonderful. That was a smart turn. Rock.
Oh, yeah. Charlie's smart. Aisling isn't.
Yes. So, yeah, I think Rock is going to just stay exactly. No, actually, Rock's going to be really weird, but Rock is going to step back, so he's like near Eugene. Not quite like that, but just in the vicinity. I guess my sword will stay where it is. And then Rock's going to cast a spell, and I'm going to need the nasty man to roll a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage
Disadvantage?
because of Aisling's hex.
Oh, no. Constitution checks, not saving throws, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
That's the difference between Hex and Bane, I think.
Check that it is. Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw. Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, it's the thing that everyone kind of gets confused about with Hex. Is like,
I thought it would work
yeah.
on save throws
it's
as well.
it's
but yeah.
really
Alas.
good if you want to make someone lose at grappling a lot, though.
Yeah.
He rolls a 23.
Yes. So he definitely saves. But he will still take more dice. That's it. Run out of dice.
Never. You must have more somewhere.
Ooh. 51 more. 19. So what's half of 19?
It would round up, so it'd be 9.
9. So 9 points of damage.
What type of damage?
Just damage.
Just damage. Just take damage.
The ouchie
Just that
kind.
ouch. Yeah.
Damage.
He takes bad damage.
Bad damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What flavour
the
of bad
exact kind
damage
that
does he
he
have, Wayne?
Thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. He will take that. Sorry. Suddenly, math stopped working.
And then for my bonus action, I shall have my rapier thrust into it and try and damage it also.
Awesome. So now it has to move up to there.
Yep, and
Make an attack.
Oh no, that's an 8 to hit.
8 does not hit. It kind of tries to find purchase and what you think is a wing. But the wing just kind of just turns to smoke as the rapier gets close.
And Rock's just going to go, look, I don't know who you think we are, but we've literally just got here.
Excellent. Cool. From there, it is the dragon's go. And it starts repeating, thieves, interlopers, criminals, I shall see you all laying waste. And it goes flapping these wings. All of you need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
God's sake. I haven't got any more reactions and spells left. Okay.
Saving
15
throw.
for
Save and
Aisling.
throw, yes, please. Cool. What did everyone get?
17.
Cool.
24.
Cool.
15.
15. Cool. You are all picked up into the air, but you all manage to land back on your feet as it comes down, taking half the damage. 15. Round up
Oh, I
60.
did armor,
8.
so I've got a bunch of temporary hit points, which is nice.
So you'll take 8 points of falling damage
Okay.
as you are kind of pulled up into the air and then thrust down again. And it starts to glow internally, and you see this sort of the energy in it sort of starts to coalesce into this bright starlight energy inside at the moment.
Does not like.
That was its action, and it will. I think that's its go. So that would make it Eugene, your go. We're going to overrun a little bit, but not too much, I don't think.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sorry, just.
No,
counting.
you're fine. The whole thing just changed a little bit, so I think you're probably rethinking stuff.
Okay, we'll cast Fireball, please. At 4th level, because now everyone's
Wait,
far
where the
enough
fuck
away.
am I? Okay, good.
I counted. It's fine.
Cool.
So,
Rock's
dex
sword
saving
is about
throw,
to get
please.
fucked up.
Yeah, does your sword take damage?
I have no idea,
Actually,
actually.
need to check that at some point. I'm going to hand wave it, and we'll check it between
Let me just have a look.
episodes. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw, doesn't it? Okay.
Let me just amass my dice.
I love that it's so many dice. Such a
Nah.
good sound.
Is, isn't it?
It rolled an 18.
Damn,
But,
it saves.
By the way, I really like this new dice you got me, Charlie. It rolls really
Oh,
well.
cool. Yeah.
Thanks, Carly.
Oh, yeah, shit, sorry.
I'm gonna swap it out later.
Sorry, I'm just double checking.
No, you're fine. Big.
Oh my god, I love that sound.
Oh.
All the fire,
that's good.
fireball. All the fire, fireball. What you got? This is really exciting, actually. I always like fireball counts.
36.
Halved to 18.
18.
Cool.
36 damage.
Nice. That is really good.
Well, 18.
Nice. It's starting to look like some of the more of it burns away, and this brightness inside gets even brighter. But it definitely took some damage from that.
Okay. Yeah, and I will stay where I am behind Rock.
Just gonna leap up, point, and then hide behind him again.
Just like not to the side of him, point my wand, and then go back. But then it will be Thronesblade's turn.
Amazing.
Oh yeah.
And
Go for it.
then we'll just do the 2 radiant javelins again.
Amazing.
I'll roll them.
Javelin.
So that is a 27 to hit and a 21 to hit.
Damn, Throne's blade.
It will use its reaction to increase its mass for a second. So the first one hits, the second one misses as it bounces off of him being suddenly much more solid.
Okay.
Just got swole real quick.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, so
Thrones, babe.
I don't think it's natural.
No.
Thrones, babe.
12 damage.
12 damage. Nice. It did not like that. It will remember that.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Awesome.
Yeah, and she's good there, protecting Ashley.
Amazing. Cool.
Thanks, Mom.
Top of the round. Aisling.
Okay. I have expended all my spell slots, so
All your both spell slots.
Hey, I have like 4 now because I'm
Oh,
multi-classing.
Uh,
Yeah, they're all gone. So I'm gonna blast it.
Blast.
I'm gonna do a couple of blasts.
Go for it.
Oh, nat 20 on the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. So 10 for your base roll, and also a 6 for your hex, because it's on there. 16, and then roll a d10 and a d6, and add those to your pool.
Nice.
Crunchy
Okay,
damage.
so that's another 12 on top of that.
That's
28.
28 damage.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. And your second one?
yeah, got another one.
Oh my god.
That is 22 to hit.
22 to hit. Will hit.
Yes, good.
Ouch.
11 damage on that one.
11 damage. Amazing. It's not looking good.
Uh-oh.
But
What a
it's still
shame.
hanging on.
That was satisfying. I'm gonna stay where I am because I'm gonna stay next to Mom.
Okie dokie.
Mum's blade.
Mum's blade.
Oh, now I'm just seeing Throne's blade with fluffy bunny slippers on. That's just...
Oh!
I mean,
It's like
you
to
can
Out
tell her
with
that
many
idea.
arms.
yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah.
I mean, she has all the hands that some mothers wish they had some days. So, cool. So, Rock.
Okay, so this is Wayne pushing his luck here, but because could I, for like my bonus action maybe, or is there any way to tell whether there was any particular damage that seemed to do more damage?
No damage seems to have done any additional damage beyond anything else.
Okay, fine.
That was a good idea, though.
Okay, so then I am going.
I know what you're trying to do, and I agree with you. I think that's a great idea, but you haven't seen anything that...
Yeah, I mean, it was
Indicates.
just one of those things whether I noticed anything particularly. So I'm going to just step forward ever so slightly. And I am going to just step towards it and just yell, "Look, I'm not having a very good day. Stop picking on us!" And Rock's going to take a breath, and as he breathes out, there are waves of energy that just propel from him. And I'm going to use my psychic breath weapon.
Ooh.
Nice. It's a constitution or a dexterity save from him.
It's a dexterity save.
Okay. 16?
Let me just check. Where is it? Yeah, it does save. So that's fine though. It's still half damage.
Of damage.
Oui, oui.
So let's see what we can do on this one. I lost my dice. Where's my dice? For this?
Cool. So this sonic scream of anger at this creature, it starts to wobble around the edges, and tendrils of that smoke kind of peel off and disappear into the void.
So 17 halved, so it would be 8?
No, 9.
Yeah, 9. So 9 damage.
9 damage. It is still hanging on.
Okay, as my bonus action, I'm going to throw my dagger. Not my dagger, my rapier.
I was going to say, get your rapier.
Just propel my rapier into it again. Oh yeah, so that's an 18 plus something, 24 to hit.
It's not had its turn, so it can't use its reaction again. Yep, that is fine. That hits.
Okay. It's not too much damage, but... Oh yeah, it's 10 damage.
Yay!
Still holding on.
Oh, come on.
Just.
Look, now you're just being annoying.
On its turn, it looks right at Eugene.
Oh, hang on, sorry. Can I just move? Sorry, that's all. I just wanted to...
Of course you can.
move back.
Sorry, me
That's all.
jumping ahead.
That's it. Just
Okay.
move back.
On its turn, it will look at Eugene directly. My revenge will be had. That burning brightness in it increases, going white hot. I would like you all to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh. Oops.
Don't like how long this maths is taking.
Okay. What did you get? What your
9.
dexterity saving? 9. Okay. Rock?
13.
13. And Aisling?
15.
15. And Throne's Blade?
Oh, she got a nat 20.
And that 20. Okay.
Oh!
There is this brilliant burst of bright light, and you all feel this searing, hot fire and like damage. Each of you takes 14 points of fire damage and 14 points of radiant damage.
Ah! This wasn't a magical effect, was it?
It is not. It is a natural effect by the creature in itself.
Shit.
As
Great,
the
this is
light crashes down, it is gone.
Ah.
The last thing that you hear in your head, I still see you, Appleby.
Do we all hear that?
Yep.
Don't like that.
You are now out of combat.
What?
What?
Where-
Unsubscribe.
what did you do to it?
I have no
Who was that?
idea. I have no
How
idea.
did it know who you were?
I have no idea, right?
You've never met this creature before, as far as you know.
Times are weird though.
I mean,
maybe
yeah,
maybe you did
I-
something shitty to it in the
I
future.
don't remember, but then, yeah, when I met Feather, they said that they'd already met me before, but I didn't remember because this was my first time, but not their first time meeting me, if that makes any sense.
None whatsoever, but nothing does here. So, assumedly, in some other iteration of this version of whatever happens here, we've already done whatever, or you've already done whatever you did to it, and now it's trying to get revenge on something you haven't done yet.
And you stole something, but you haven't stole something.
Oh yes, he said thieves.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to take anything. We're just supposed to help the orb of
Yeah,
power, aren't
Like
we?
we're not
right?
supposed to take that the orb thingy, are we?
No, we
We're
weren't
supposed
told to
like-
take anything, so why would we steal anything?
No.
The three of you standing on this platform, debating and arguing what this could all possibly mean.
That's about right.
There is an eerie silence filled by the lack of this dragon now, and more questions than you started with today. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
With more questions.
With more questions.
Yeah.
Just for a change.
Actually, I'm going to change this to something a little more upbeat, I think. There we
Yeah, there's
go.
no reason not to be upbeat. I mean, we're lost in the ways with a murderous dragon thing and no idea what we're doing. I mean, upbeat
And a
is
bunch of
great.
damage.
Oh boy,
Oh
big
boy.
bunch of damage.
Big bunch of
How
damage.
is everyone looking after that?
Not good.
How not good?
How do I put this? If you were to arbitrarily give me a certain number of points to represent
Oh
my
yes,
health,
yes. If you were to assign numerical value to your health,
I would be down to less than 1/6 of my health.
well, shit.
I mean, your characters can't discuss like numbers, but you guys can sort of suggest what you actually are on after that battle.
Yeah, I'm on 10.
You're on 10.
Woo! What are you on, Eugene?
I'm on 17 and I only got hit once.
It was like 28
Oh
points
my
of
God.
damage.
I had the shit beaten out of me, and I had temporary hit points, but I'm at 25.
25.
Bloody hell.
To
Alright,
be fair,
we got potions.
Yeah.
you all failed that last roll. It was a difficult
Yeah.
roll,
How
so
high
not
was the DC
surprising.
on that?
quite high.
Ah,
We didn't roll that well.
And you didn't roll that
I
well.
certainly didn't.
More than the numbers you all rolled. The only person who saved was Throne's Blade, who took half of that and is immune to radiant damage anyway, I think.
oh, she's like,
well,
whatever.
Good for her.
Good question.
God damn.
Well, there you
Well,
go.
There you go.
I thought the
So,
ways were going to be like fun and fascinating.
so okay, like above the table, Wayne, your characters have been into the ways in other campaigns. You know
yeah.
this place is not fun.
Yeah, but Rob thought it was going to be just interesting and like maybe a little, spooky, but fascinating, not just like horrific and deadly. Oh, by the way, Aisling, now you know what a cheese dream is like.
I don't like it.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
we
into
gotta
it.
wait 2 weeks.
I know.
Oh,
Oh.
shit, yeah. Oh, God.
Excellent. Oh, which reminds me,
Well, Eugene can go away and think about what he's done. For 2 weeks.
Or what he is going to do.
Yes.
Yep.
actually,
sorry,
oh no, it's right. Actually, I will remind myself, and we'll pick up on that and many other things in 2 weeks' time. So, well, this has been fun. I've certainly enjoyed it. I think.
Good.
I hope my players have as well, and if at least our viewers have. I guess all it is for us to all wrap up and sort of end for the day. So we will be back, as everyone says, in 2 weeks' time. Where if you are in Norwich or about and you want to come and hang out with us and a lot of wonderful, friendly, warm, queer people, please do attend. We'll be posting about it on our socials all week anyway, just to let you know that we're going to be there. We'll share everything they've done in terms of helping you find your way. Everyone is welcome. It's a friendly, warm, engaging space, and that's the whole point
Very
of it.
chilled. It's a very, very chilled
relaxed.
vibe.
And if you are coming or you know somebody who would like to come who isn't necessarily the most social but just wants to, they can just come and sit with us. They don't have to engage with us. It's fine, just as long as if they want to get as involved or lacking involvement as they want to. That's what it's
You
all
can just come and draw with us nerds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just come and sit in the corner
Come
with
draw
us.
weird animals with me.
Yeah. Or just come and read a book around people that you know are going to accept you for who you are. It's all good. You are very welcome. What I was going to say is, other than that, does anybody have anything coming up? I think we're going to start with Wayne, if we can.
Hi. What do I have coming up? I am still working towards launching my new part of my business, which is called Created by Wayne, weirdly. So if you would like to give me a follow on Created by Wayne on Instagram or Pinterest or YouTube, or indeed my website, I would be most appreciative as I kind of try and launch something new. And other than that, I will be at the Out Norwich event next Sunday. So that's about all. And just to say thank you to everybody for being fantastic in the chat. And for those of you who are new, welcome. And for those of you who came back, thank you so much. It means a lot to us.
Always appreciate it.
So yeah, thank you.
Amazing. Theo, would you like to go second, please?
Yes, I would love to go second. You can find my illustration and stuff online at theoblueillustration.com. There is links to my social media on there. So if you want to find me on other platforms, you can. And I will be out with these guys next Sunday.
Looking forward to that.
So you should come because it's going to be great.
Be lovely.
Well,
I've been waiting for a space or an event like this for so long because queer spaces are so often like involving drink or loud music, and sometimes that's not the vibe.
Nope.
So I'm very excited.
Very excited. It's going to be good. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Charlie, how
Hi.
about you?
All my stuff is at charlievince.com. I have my portfolio in there. All my socials are on there. There's also still some slots for custom character art, portraits or full body ones if you wanted. Send me your weirdest, coolest character ideas. Let me draw your characters, please, because I really enjoy doing that.
I mean, seriously, just have a look at Charlie's Instagram and you can see some of the super cool characters she has done.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I did an art dump of just a bunch of different random ones that I've been drawing lately. Because whenever I'm bored, I will just draw any old D&D character. So give me an excuse to draw yours and send that my way. And I too, obviously, shall be at the event next weekend where I'll be drawing in the corner, which is pretty standard for whenever I'm out in public. So it's going to be really good, and it's going to be good for folks like me who are sensory summer flowers that don't like loud noise and too many people. It's going to be lush.
And they serve great coffee.
They do serve
Oh
great
yeah,
coffee.
really nice coffee, and hopefully they're going to have some like cinnamon buns or something. I hope they do because they're real good. And if they don't, just come to the yard another time and get some because they're worth it.
Well, we
Also,
love- we
hi
love
mum,
the
love
yard,
you mum.
Hi,
Charlie's
Charlie's mum. Nearly,
Oh.
nearly. 1 week we're good, next week we're not.
Oh.
It kind of goes.
So I'm a little bit excited.
We'll have to practice.
I know how excited you were. Oh my god.
I guess it just leaves me. Hi, I am Chris Mepham. You can find all my social bits and pieces on my general links, chrismepham.com/links, which is in the chat now, where you can also find stuff about this channel as well as my brand new art station where I will be collecting a lot of work if you would like to see what I have been up to illustration wise. I am going to be opening commissions soon. They've been open, but I think I'm going to do a spring clean style sale at some point, just to kind of drum up some interest in things and see if people would like to character portraits or something else. Other than that, I'm usually around the internet, usually causing chaos. Just come and say hi. And to our regular viewers, thank you for coming back. Really appreciate it. To the new viewers that have joined us, particularly over the last couple of weeks, thank you for coming on this journey. I really hope you're enjoying yourselves. Go back and watch the others when you've got time. There's a lot of stuff there, we know. So we're not
And
expecting...
send a link to the channel to your weirdest and nerdiest friends. Only the weird and nerdy ones, though. We don't want normies.
And also those of you that are watching on YouTube, we see you. Thank you so much. It really does mean us that you kind of drop past afterwards and kind of catch up on our VODs. We really do appreciate that.
And thank you to our mods as well.
And our amazing mods, Bespectacled Man and Feline Trickster, the amazing Nikki and Michelle, who are amazing and we love them.
Beautiful people.
Make us feel safe and protected.
Excellent. Like having your very own real life Thrones Blade in
Mum's
chat.
blade.
Mum's blade.
Mum's Blade in chat.
And between the two of them, there are 4 arms.
This is true.
God. And I'm pretty sure Michelle's normally like packing, so she's armed for sure.
Michelle will fight. It is known. We love you
And
guys to
Nikki will
pieces.
cut you down with words.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
We love you guys to pieces. take care of each other, and we shall see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Bye.
Bye.